4, 4,
4. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. I'm just sending out invites real quickly. Hello, Julie. How are you, my dear? Hey, Tori. Welcome in, darling. Just bear with me, guys. I'm sending out shares after Walker Paranormal.
please.
Please? Okay, I'm trying. So I'm sending out shares real quickly. So bear with me. If you guys wouldn't mind also sharing the live to as many friends as you can, that would be of great help. I would forever be grateful. So thank you for any shares. And please tap those like buttons. Thank you. Trying to get everybody here. Thank you for the share, after Walker Paranormal. You are amazing.
Hi.
Hi. One moment, Spirit. Right now I'm playing drums. And I'm going to explain some things to my friends that are coming that I talked to you about. Okay? And then once we do that, I will definitely open up communication with you all. Welcome in, JV. Welcome in. Jumanji. It's shamanic music. It helps a little bit more, especially when I'm trying to get other people's spirits.
Now I go up.
Now you go up? Okay. It'll be your turn really soon. I'm just waiting for a moment. Hey, welcome in, Paranormal Donut. Oh, sorry guys, I got something in my mouth. Thank you for the follows. I'm actually just doing the drums. That's shamanic drumming. Where's Goonies?
Set.
Well, actually, it's not too far from me. Yep, we're almost set. We're almost there. All right. I'll flip the camera around for a moment. Hello, everybody. Oh no, 1%. It's the worst. It's okay. You haven't seen KB in a while? I seen her live the other day. So spirits, Tori says, hello spirits, my name is Tori and I can't wait to talk to y'all. I'm just waiting for a few. I'm just going to give it about another minute or so for people to come on in. Oh, really? Oh, not sure, Rebel, then. Not sure. So all those that have come in after, I've already given a little bit of the spiel about sharing. If you guys could do me a giant favor and share out the live to as many friends as you can. And then up. Second time they've said up. Your turn's coming. And then please just like it like crazy. If you would do that for me, I'd appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right. Look at all the wonderful people coming in. Appreciate you all. I'm just going to share for a few more people that I just realized I forgot to share too. So just Aaron's not here, sweetheart. Ness, did you hear that? She was at 1%, so she might have missed it. All right. Welcome in, Matt. I see you. All right, y'all. So share it out to as many people as you can. Tippy tappy for me. And I'm going to...
YD.
YD. Don't know what that means. Did Ness leave? Oh, now I got those drums stuck in my head. It's never going to go away. That's all right. All right. So... happy Tuesday, y'all. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. All right, so tonight's going to be our paranormal discussion. We're actually going to run this a little bit differently than we normally do. We're only going to do 3 spirit box reads for people coming in. The rest is going to be discussion on any paranormal subject that may interest you all. And the reason why I'm doing 3 is because it does take quite a bit of energy, but I also want to give Spirit an opportunity to speak throughout all this as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, Dark Twisted. Queen Wolf, you're amazing. Thank you for that. And so I'm only going to do for her. Okay. Can you tell me who her name is? I'm assuming that is a spirit that's waiting for someone who's coming in to ask, but I'm not sure. We'll see. So we're going to do 3 reads, and I don't think... Hey, welcome in, my darling. How are you today? All right. Gosh, look at this crowd. You all are amazing. These guys, seriously, best chat I've ever seen yet. Look at all these wonderful people. I see Julie, After Work Paranormal, Tori, Anthony, Thunderchild. Oh, a bunch of people.
3 year.
3 years. Okay. Good to hear. All right. Thank you all for coming in. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. I don't know if I sent this out to Fire Empress, and I really need her here. So just one moment. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to do it just a little bit differently. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a list, and there's only going to be 3 people on that list. If mods could help me out with that list, because as we get talking, and especially if I get some spiritual communication, sometimes my brain does something else, as you know. Oh, nice. Tony Rebel. Okay, you're Tony. Hi, Jessica. Hi, honey. How are you? Yep. Hit those likes. The other thing that I want to mention here, we're going to have some ground rules about people that are coming up to speak on the panel. There are a few rules that we kind of had a little bit of an issue with last time, but I want to make sure that this is abundantly clear. And I'm sure everybody will be okay to be respectful. But when... Sino? Okay. No idea what that is, unless we're talking in Encino, California, but I don't know. But anyway, as you come up, I'm going to bring you up. First thing I would like you to do is mute your mics. I will call on you when it's your turn to speak. Now, we all have experiences. We all have different beliefs, and we all have different ways of doing paranormal investigations. Well, hello from Texas. I actually used to live there.
Isha.
Isha? Is that a name? Okay, no problem, Rebel. So I'm just, you know what? Chat is just as important as anybody that's going to come up in this panel, because this is the thing about my lives. I want them to be interactive. I want you all to ask questions. I want you all to still share stories if you want to. So don't worry about whether or not you can come up and speak on your microphone. I'm going to let you know, I don't require you to show yourself on camera, but I do require you to be 18 plus. So, hey, Tony, welcome in. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate you. So you do need to be 18 plus. That is a TikTok rule based off of the type of subject we are on. So also, when you're up there, I do want you to mute your mics if you're not speaking, and please try not to step on other people as they're speaking. And what I mean by that is sometimes TikTok likes to have a little bit of a laggy lag, and sometimes that's unpreventable. But, a simple sorry and then muting when you can would be great. The other thing that I would like it to be well known, there is in chat one warning, and then you're going to be muted. If they have to if they have to do it again a second time, then it's going to be a 24-hour mute. So I'm just going to let you know. Please respect my moderators. They work hard. Arabic? Okay. They work really hard to keep this a good, fun, safe environment. Now, with it being safe, that's the ideal here. We all have different opinions, different ways of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, we are going to remain respectful if we disagree with people. We can certainly explain why we disagree, but I would like it to be in the most respectful way. So please agree to disagree. Okay? All right. Alrighty, so I do want to get a list of those. Like I said, I'm going to only take 3 reads. We're going to discuss some other things. I'm going to actually... Okay, let's speak English if we can, please, just so that way my chat can follow, and quite frankly, me too. So with that being said, thank you, Crystals. Thank you, honey, for coming in. Appreciate you. We're going to get started. So anybody who would like to have a read, what I would like you to do is to put it into chat. We're only going to take 3. So the first 3 are the ones we're going to take. Mods, if you wouldn't mind helping me out with that, that would be great. Because I don't have nothing to write down. I am a goofball and didn't even do it. So I see Deborah Ann is the number 1. Then Dark Twisted Queen Wolf is number 2. Did I miss anybody? I need to find something to write with, unless... Hold up. 1 second. All right. So... So you can ask questions in chat. That's fine. But
up can go.
Up can go. Yes, it's almost your turn. But what I want you to know is very important, especially when it comes to doing the spirit box readings. Absolutely no guarantee that your loved ones are going to come through. Doesn't mean that they're not here, right? Doesn't mean they're not with you. Doesn't mean that they don't come and visit. But, you know, it's they have free will, we have free will, and sometimes we may not be ready for messages even though we think we might be. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Dry.
All right, thank you, Tori. So we have, oh my gosh. Okay. So if we can keep, if people that are helping, Tori, I swear I'm going to make you a mod, girl. Might as well, if you don't mind. If we don't mind, with that being said, let's see here. So we have Deborah, we have Queen Wolf, and we have
Her.
Her? Okay. Well, I don't know. The second time they've done that when I've talked about spirit readings. So we're going to do 1 reading. You are a mod, Pat. 1 reading, and then we're going to do a spirit box session. Oh, really? 2 people in the same city? Awesome. That's cool. What city is that? Tony, I missed it. Okay. So we got... So, mods, can you write down those names for me real quick? So we have Deborah, and then we have Dark Twisted Queen Wolf, and then whoever the third was. So if you could do that, because chat is just kind of going a little fast, I know. So here's what I'm going to say about the spirit box readings. So I'm going to do 1. Then we're going to have a discussion. Do 2, have a discussion. Do the 3rd, have a discussion. If we have any time left over, I will try to add more people on the list. But for right now, we're just going to stick to 3. All right. All right. So if anybody would like to come up, so this discussion, we, as far as discussions go, what we're going to do is pretty much talk about anything paranormal. So you can do, near life death experiences. You can do, yep. Okay. You can do, any, oh, we got a cat ball go, guys. Spirit is ready. Look at this. Yep. Okay. You can do, any, oh, we got a cat ball go, guys. Spirit is ready. Look at this. Cat ball going off. And then we can also, talk about cryptids. We can talk about UFOs. We can do all those lovely things. So anything and everything. Shadow men. I know that that's a common thing. And I do want to make it abundantly clear. My Mr. Andy up there, he's pretty boring right now. He's not doing a whole lot. And I switched it around. So, yeah, now today it's Mr. Lion. And I took that one right here off and put the other one on, and it wasn't doing it. So, hey, Dylan, welcome in. All right, you're laggy here. Is anybody else laggy? Because I am showing 100% bars. So, Anthony's saying he's laggy. So, is anybody else lagging? Is my live lagging? And I did turn off notifications. Why do I always have to hear them? How are you doing, Dylan? Not lagging. Okay, perfect. All right, so unfortunately, Anthony, it might be you, darling. I don't know. Might need to go out and try to come back in. All right, so Deborah, do you want to do your spirit box in the live box? Are you able to come up and at least speak? You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to. But if so, can you click the multi-guest request for me, please?
Tabany.
Tabany? Who's Tabany? I don't even know what that means or if that's a name or what that is. All right, thank you. All right, Deborah, and if you could mute for just 1 second while I get ready, because I'm going to show this to everybody real quick on what we're doing here. So that way, for those who don't know, they'll know the process. So what I am going to do is with Deborah, I am going to ask who her you. Okay. I'm going to ask who her loved one is. And then I'm going to ask guys to please bring that person through. Sometimes they do come through to me, most times, to be honest with you, but I do like to use equipment because I could be telling you anything, right? So we want proof, right? Because honestly, I want to bring evidence forth. So I want whatever I'm saying, I would like it to coincide on here. So Spirit, I'm asking you when I turn this on for you to come and speak to your loved one through this box right here. You just speak into it and we'll hear it through my speaker. I do have an aux cord connected to it because I couldn't get my Bluetooth to work the other day. So with that being said, all lives, just so you're aware before we begin, all lives are uploaded to my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio. Also, JV, if you'd be so kind, sweetie, to please put that up there for everybody so they can go subscribe to the YouTube, the YT, sorry, TikTok. So that way, for these particular spirit box readings or what have you, if your loved one comes through, you have a way of going and seeing that and viewing that. I do not mind if you screen record, that's okay with me. But just so you're aware that that's an option for you as well. All right. So Miss Deborah, how are you, darling?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm very honored that you picked me.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Seeing your name, you were the first one, so I said, okay, that's my girl. That's the one that's going to start the whole thing. So who is it that you're wanting to speak to today?
I'm not sure if I should, my brother that passed away last year on 8/19, or my dad
Yes.
that passed away 20-something years ago. So maybe it might be easier if my brother that just passed away.
Okay. So
And his name is Ralph. His name is Ralph.
Okay, so how I work this is because sometimes I do get spirit communication through myself. And so the less information, the better. Although it's okay to validate once I've said it, right? But don't try not to feed me too much information, just so that way, if I'm the one that's bringing forth the information, it's not confusing. And then you're like, oh, well, she already knew this because you said this type of thing. It just makes it more validated for you. And it also makes it to where I'm able to give evidence, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So certainly go ahead and validate it once it happens. I will through the things say, does this make sense for you? Currently, right now, I am using Transcends Theory, which you can't see because there's a lot of blurry. When we start, I'm going to switch the camera around. So Spirit, if you want, you can touch the REM pod that we discussed. You can touch the cat balls like you did earlier. You can also touch the K2 meters. Still waiting on Amazon to get me my flashlight. So unfortunately, that's not an option, which they love. But so with no further ado, you said your brother's name was what again?
Ralph.
Ralph. And your name is Deborah, correct? That's what he called you? Okay.
Yeah. He had a nickname, Bird.
Oh, cool. Actually, that's funny because one of my siblings has that as a nickname too. So that's really funny. All right. I'm going to switch the camera around, y'all. So that way, if Spirit wants to communicate through equipment, they are welcome to do so. Just bear with me here. I'm going to turn this on real quick. I do sweep my my spirit box in reverse, so that way if we get more than one word, you can almost guarantee that it is spirit, because it's going to be hard when it's running in reverse to get more than one word at a time. So that's a good thing. Just 1 second here.
Nothing.
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 What's going on? Did they? Okay, so spirits also that we're gonna have to say. 1 second. Okay, so spirits. Just a second. So I'm hoping they didn't just drain my, because this was charged and it's not working. So Spirit, if you need power, energy, right down below here, below the desk, there is a power grid. Underneath me, there is a power bank. Both of those are for you to use at any time that you need to do that. What in the heck? We might have to do it a different way, guys, so just bear with me. Oh my
Us.
goodness. Us, yep, I know, darling, I'm trying. I'm having a moment. I just want to make sure that it's working.
Bluetooth already open.
Perfect.
Wait. Bluetooth connected.
There we go.
Sir.
Okay. 1 second.
Disconnected.
All right. All right, so Deborah, we're going to go ahead and try to talk to Ralph here for you. Can you guys hear this okay? The static? Unfortunately, it's going to be a little loud. All right. All right, so Spirit guys, if you could please bring forth Deborah's brother, Ralph. She would like to communicate with him. We have a cat ball going off, y'all. If you could be so kind to do that for us. Is it laggy for anybody else? Because it's showing I have full bars. All right, Rebel, sorry, darling, but it's not laggy for anybody else. So if you can go out and try to come back in.
Always.
Always. Okay. So Ralph, Deborah's here, and she's wanting to speak to you. Can you say hello to her, please? Bye. Empress, I didn't even see her in here. Hello, darling. So Ralph, if you want to speak through the equipment first, you can feel free to do that. You can touch the cat ball again like you just did, if that was indeed
better.
you. You're better? Okay. So I did get a feeling of an illness, so that's interesting. But I don't know if that's true yet until he talks, so just one moment. Yes, it is true. Okay, thank you, Deborah. All right, Ralph. Was that you that were saying you were better? If that's you, can you please validate
Our
that?
plea.
Our plea? Come talk into this box for me, sweetheart. Can you come tell Deborah hello? It's 1111. Angel number. It's your number. Lovely.
There and sing.
There and sing. Sing as in like singing the song. Ralph, can you come talk through the spirit box right here? This lovely little machine I have in my hand. You come talk through this. She can hear you. Can you tell Deborah hello? Oh, did you hear that? I just heard a loud hello.
You tiger.
You tiger. All right, Ralph, is that you? If that's you, can you say your name? That was real loud. So
Quail.
I'm saying, okay, so Deborah, I was saying something about an illness, but I'm feeling like he was actually kind of stubborn about this particular illness. I don't know if you can validate that or not, but it was like it was difficult for him to do the things that they wanted him to do sometimes. Yes, okay, thank you for validating that. Trying to get more information. Very faint, let him have a turn. Okay, yes, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for looking out for Ralph. Please do let him have a turn. His sister is here and she would really love to hear messages from him. Okay, I think that's what it said. Thank you, Tony. So yes, chat, if you hear anything that's coming through over the spirit box, if you would please type it into chat, that would be wonderful. It would give Deborah a dialysis. Okay, thank you, Deborah. Appreciate you. He just said health. Was he also a diabetic, perchance? Because I'm feeling dizzy sometimes, like I have blood sugar issues. Yes, okay, thank you. Oh, I just heard him. He said, hey. Hi, Ralph. Is that you, darling? If that's you, can you say your name or Deborah's name, please? Why does Tony not have like a moderator symbol next to his name anymore? I'm here. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tony. And yes to the stomachs. Okay, great. So I do feel like that's part of what created it. The issue is that he wasn't really necessarily eating as he should. And that was creating complications as far as his blood sugar levels. And the cat ball's going off up there. Oh, okay, good, Tony, as long as you have the ability. So, Deborah, can you validate that for me, that he just wasn't really eating correctly like he should all the time, and his diabetes got out of control? He just said beef. He's a meat and potato kind of guy, huh? Okay, perfect. As long as you all can see it, it's not showing for me. Yes, okay, Deborah, thank you very much for validating that for us. All right, Ralph, darling. Can you say Deborah's name, please? Can you say that through this speaker right here? Or do you have a message for her that you would like to say to her? Oh, I just heard him. He said, go ahead. Yep, go ahead and say it. What message do you have for her, darling? Remember to get power from the power banks that I showed you right down there. There's a power grid, and underneath me, there's a power bank. Feel free to take from that so you can communicate with her. He said, hello. I'm here. Is that you, Ralph? Can you tell us yes if that's you or no if it's not?
Da.
You heard him say Debbie? Okay. I unfortunately missed that, but like I said, it is on YT, and if you go there and listen, the more you listen to it, especially with headphones, you'll hear more than what you're even noticing now. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much, Ralph, for saying her name. I appreciate that. Do you have a message for your sister, darling?
On.
Thank you, JD. Appreciate you, darling. Yep, Ralph, Tony, read Tony's message here. Come a bit closer because my spirit guides will keep you safe from anything and they will allow you to communicate better. So if you come closer to me, they will help. Do you have a message for Debbie? He just said something, guys, but I didn't understand it, so I'm not sure if anybody else did. Oh, Tony heard I'm home now.
Timer.
A timer? I don't know if you can take timer because I'm not sure what that would be for. Heard Saturday. All right, sweetie, thanks for coming in. I hope you have a great day. Everybody give After Walker Paranormal a follow, please.
Stay.
Stay? Who do you want to stay? Hey, Christy, welcome in, darling. All right, I'm going to try something else because this seems to be a little harder for him, which is fine. He did come through and say a few things. He just said, hey, okay, hang on, Ralph. I'm going to turn this on for you over here. I want you to come and speak into this. Sometimes it's a little easier, especially when you're needing energy. So if you want to grab from the power bank and then come over here, this little gadget that I have here, and you can talk through this. All other spirits, I would like you to please back up and let Ralph talk. I heard that too, Deborah. I heard that too.
We come to you?
We come to you, yes, but I need Ralph. I need Ralph right now. Ralph, are you here? Come talk into this for me.
Front of the...
Yep, come to the front.
You could say...
Ralph, are you here, darling?
Stop it.
If you're here, can you give a message to Deborah?
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
Got me.
You can see. Okay,
The
yep.
Chancellor's
Yep, you can say it. All other spirits need to please back up so that it can be done. Hi, the alchemist chick. Hello, darling. How are you? So Deborah, can I ask you a question? I'm kind of having confusion with this a little bit, but he's saying something about not being able to say goodbye. Like you weren't able to do it the way you wanted to, if that makes sense. Ooh, that's a lot of people coming.
plug for money.
Is that too loud, y'all? Is that way too
Seriously.
loud? Yes. Okay, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you for validating that.
Non-late.
So what I'm getting from
Seaside fatigue.
that, Deborah, is that he heard you. He's seen that. Okay, thank you, Tony. So don't worry. He knows. He knows. But certainly feel free to say it now. If you wanna unmute yourself and you want to say anything to your brother right now, maybe he'll come through once he hears something that you're saying. So you can feel free to do that if you feel comfortable with it. I don't want to pressure you into it, but if you want to give him some sort of message, sometimes that gives energy.
Yes.
If you
Ralph,
want to give him some sort
I
of
love you,
message, sometimes that gives energy.
and
Yes. If you
I
want to
forgive
give
you.
him some
I
sort
love
of
you,
message, sometimes that gives energy.
and
Yes. If you
I
want to
forgive
give
you.
him some sort of message, sometimes that gives energy. Yes. If you want to give him some sort of message,
I'm sorry I didn't see you before you died.
okay. All right, sweetheart.
I'm sorry I didn't see you before you died.
That won't do anything. Forward info, please. All right, Deborah. There you go, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Tony. All right. So, did you hear that, Ralph? Your sister said that she loves you and that she's sorry she didn't get to see you before you passed on. Yeah. If you turn down your volume just a little bit, Deborah, it would be less doing that for you, darling. So sorry that happened for you. But
Yes, sir.
all right. So, Ralph, did you hear your sister's message? Do you have something that you would like to say in return?
With them.
I'm with them.
And he.
Yeah, I was about to do that actually. If that didn't work.
Worth 30.
I heard fawn.
Oh, use of.
Okay, only Ralph coming through, remember? So I feel like, okay, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And hopefully, if you guys could still continue to listen to the box for me and say the words that you hear. Full moon. Okay, perfect. So basically, what I am getting from this is that you not being there was really, it's something that you feel guilty about. It's something that's really prevented you from being able to properly grieve over his passing last year. And so he's just wanting you to know, darling, that those are not worries that you need to have. Now that he's passed over, he knows the reasons why.
So
he knows that those are things that are bothering you, and he wants to comfort you. He's wanting me to tell you not to worry about it. And he kind of jokes a little bit. He says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's kind of how he said it. So he's yeah, honey. He's just telling me that's his message for you today, is that he doesn't want you to worry about that. That's the least of your worries right now, right? So just remember that it's okay to feel the way you do. I understand it. I've actually been in your situation before.
There's more money.
But
More money.
he knows. He knows it all. And he knows if you could have, you would have, right?
Yes.
It was beyond your control is what he's telling me. So don't let that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let him know I forgive him for what he tried to do to me. I forgive him.
Okay, honey. So that's the other thing is I wasn't going to say because I wasn't sure how much you would like me to share live. But I he did say something about that, and I was getting ready to say something to you, if it was okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So he struggled a lot, right?
Yes.
Mentally.
Yes.
And with that, he went on impulsivity, and he really had a hard time thinking about other people. It was a lot about him, a lot, unfortunately.
Yes.
So now that he's passed, he is aware of all that he has done and the pain that he's caused. And he is telling me to tell you that he is so sorry, and that he now knows that was wrong, and he is here for you.
Yes, he tried to have me on a live over his 3 cars that I owned. Well, we've owned them together, and he hired someone to unalive me, and I found out, and I confronted him, and then we didn't talk, and then he was on the floor for 5 days, and then he was in the hospital. I wanted to go see him, but because of my finances, it was too hard to go.
That's what he's saying, sweetie, is that it was out of your control. Now,
But I forgive him because I know it wasn't him. It was because of his girlfriend at the time. And I really appreciate this a lot because I wanted him to know that I forgave him. I was hurt what he said to me, but I love him, and he knows I would do anything for him.
yeah, he
So
knows it.
Thank you so much,
Oh, you're welcome, honey. You are so welcome.
because this has been eating away at me. And we had a close bond, but his girlfriend put a wedge because it had to do with the 1946 Dodge bomb.
Mhm.
And she's tried, even after he passed, they tried to have me unalive again.
So David,
But I'm a strong person, and I, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this, because you don't know how much you've given me closure, and him too, and I know you could pick up that I have a gift, but it's hard when you're grieving.
It is.
People just know that she's the real deal. She's 100%. I'm gonna say 14,000,000% accurate. And thank you again, because you couldn't put no price on you giving me this closure that I need, knowing that he's telling me that he wasn't in his right mind to
No.
do what he did.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Unfortunately.
all I want to know is he's shocked when I confronted him about it, unaliving me.
Yeah. So I would say that is a yes, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
He really thought he was sly. So he thought that he had all of his T's crossed and all of his I's dotted, but what he didn't realize. So you already brought up the gifts, right?
Right.
And so you kind of went with your intuition on a lot of it anyways. So he wasn't banking on that. But I am going to say that, yes, he was very shocked. I'm going to try not to make it too personal, but it created a huge issue. I do feel, though, I hope this gives you some sort of peace, even though those things happened and he wasn't in his right mind. On the other hand, he still felt guilty, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know that, because at the end of the day, he knows I was always there for him no matter what.
Yeah. So Tony's asking if he did battle addiction as well. You and I already know that answer, but he's asking, and so if you wouldn't mind either.
Tony, before, about a week before he died, give or take, someone shot him up with H, and then he thought he was taking an N, but they gave him an F pill that's killing a lot of people. I don't want to say because I don't want her to get her banned, but I feel he was clean and sober for 14 years, and I feel when he lost his two legs and went on dialysis, I feel that he went back to drugs, or someone shot him up with drugs before he died, because he was on the floor for 5 days.
So
Like
Tony, what Tony just said there, yeah, that's what he came through and said. He didn't take his medicine nor eat properly, and it did infect his mental health for sure. Because when your blood sugar levels are all over the place,
right.
you just don't have the mental capacity that you would normally have.
Ask Tony if there was foul play, because his girlfriend and her daughter and two guys, I heard it was foul play before he went.
So I'll let Tony touch on that, and then I will.
Okay.
So Tony, if you don't mind.
Please.
Careful.
And Tony, I don't know if it'd be easier for you to come up in the box. If you want to do that, that's fine with me. So you don't have to do all the tippity tapping if you don't want to. All right, there's his answer. They did play a part. I also feel that that is correct. I feel like not necessarily doing the actual end per se, but contributing to it, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he came to me,
Yeah, makes
and the day of his funeral, he was a president of a group, and the princess, she wanted me to get in a limo, and she was gonna have me drink something. There was something in it, but he came to me at the cemetery and told me, don't get in the limo. I heard him clear as day, my brother.
Yeah. So
am I correct? Was that him telling me not get in the limo?
I feel that you are correct, and I do think that he's telling me what you're getting as far as the girlfriend, and he's telling me it's accurate.
And when I went to pick up the old car, she cut the gas line. But she thought I was going to drive it, but I didn't drive it. I towed it.
So Tony is saying that he feels that they knew he was on the floor and they just left him there to pass.
Yes. Tony.
Yep.
Yes, Tony.
That's also what I seen. And then also, so that's part of the demise too, is that they just kind of let it be. Like I said, they didn't create the final ending. They just didn't do anything about it. So,
and they know that I know, so they trying to unalive me.
So I would, hang on. So what he is saying is just, stay away. And he's telling me, quit. Okay, here's the one thing that he's telling me. And I don't know if you're doing this or not, so I'm just going to give you what he's giving me. And
okay.
He's telling me, quit looking into it. Let it go.
Acknowledge it.
Okay.
It's not worth it in the end. What's done is done, and there's no point in putting yourself in a position such as that, darling.
Okay.
You already know the answers. And the problem is there's only so much proof you can give.
Right.
And so the problem with that is it's not going to be in your best interest to push it any further, if that makes sense.
Right. What about my brother Michael? Should I talk with him or just let him go?
So what I am getting from that, and Tony can also clarify if he wants. Yes, because it's continuing to hurt her and not give her closure. Absolutely. She needs to. That's why he's wanting her to let it go. As far as your brother Michael, so that's kind of a hard thing right now. I think that it can get better in time, but it's not going to be right away. But also, it's not going to be closeness, if that makes sense.
Right.
So there's ways of trying to mend and repair, but it's not going to be the ultimate way siblings should be with one another. If that
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
So I mean, if it makes, here's what he's telling me: if it makes you feel better, yes. If you think it's gonna make you feel worse, which he's saying it will, then no.
What do you mean, walk away from him?
Just kind of walk away from, and the cat ball's going off, guys. So I would consider that a validation. So he's just saying, just don't push it too much in the beginning. Expect it to be slow.
Okay.
Thank you for the cat ball. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Is there anything else, honey, that you might want to ask or need to know?
Just tell him that I love him, and I hope he sees what I'm trying to do, even though what I've been through.
Miss Deborah, he does. He does. He sees what you do. And you know what? Out of all the things, and you know, you said it yourself, you're strong. You really are. You've been through, and not just this here with him, you've been through a whole lot in life with numerous people.
Yes.
Numerous.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many that, I mean, I need more fingers, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And you have come this far with all that you have dealt with. Yeah, he's pretty darn proud of you. And I think that everyone who knows you should be, given what you've gone through. But the most important person is yourself. Be proud of yourself, because this is, oh my gosh, girl. I can feel, and I'm going to get a little emotional here, so forgive me. I feel your pain, darling. Okay. And I know it's been a lot, almost unbearable sometimes. And you've always picked yourself up and just kept going, because you're such a nurturer and a carer, and always trying to take care of everybody else.
Right.
That's been your strength, and that's how you've been able to keep going. But what the important message is now, you need to take care of you. You are just as worthy of that, if that energy and that emphasis of trying to help, as anybody else that you've ever done, if not more so.
Tell him if he can help me get my neighbor across the street from messing with his cars and me biting my tongue and not saying nothing.
Okay. He can hear you, sweetie.
Okay.
You remember, make sure that you just let him know, and you can talk to him. Okay. He is able to hear you, and he does, like I said, he's there with you. And you know that. You felt him.
Yes.
He
saved me. He saved me from hurting myself real bad. I got drunk a week ago behind my brother trying to move forward, and I hit my head in my knee. I got a big steel knot. And I know he helped me from being way worse. Am I right?
That is correct. Yep. He's looking out for you. So because of the wrongdoings, this is what, and I want to explain this to everybody because it's really an interesting thing. So those who may not do us well here on this plane, and they pass along, they go through what's called a life review. Some people call it Judgment Day.
Right.
It's actually a life review. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go to,
right,
the fiery hole or whatever. So what I've been told from Spirit, now I have not been there myself. I can't validate this any other way than from what Spirit has told me. And that is that they have to work closely with those that they've caused pain for in order to continue to elevate. And so now that's his job on the other side, is to help those people, you especially.
Well, that's a good thing. Something bad, something good happened.
Yep. And that's the thing. Without darkness, Deborah, we can't have light. I say that all the time, but it's so true.
You don't even know, from the bottom of my heart, may God bless you guys that are all on this live, 14 million, because it's been like a heavy cross. Because even though I knew that he wanted to unlive me, I loved him so much that I didn't want to believe it. Even though I knew it was 100% true, I didn't want to believe it.
He just put that cat ball up there for you. He made that go off for you. He's validating what you're saying. Go ahead.
And I know that he was the president of the group, and hardly anyone came to his funeral
That's a temperature change on the REM pod.
because I felt like they blamed me,
Yeah.
and they didn't come for him because of me.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, it's been a tumultuous life that you've had to deal with, and a lot of things that most people wouldn't be able to handle, to be honest.
But I think you know why I'm able to handle it, because
Yes.
my angels and my guides are telling me that you know who I'm reincarnated as.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, Miss Deborah, let me tell you something.
What?
That faith is what's kept you going. I'll tell you. And that's the thing. And when I say faith, I mean not necessarily in a religious ideation, but the fact that
With different action.
I don't usually do past life readings, but I'm being told the warrior
Straight.
inside you.
No.
And that comes from deep within. So,
Yes, you're 14 million accurate, and my angels and guides want me to tell you that because of you and Tony and everyone in here, you guys will be getting. My brother used to say I was a miracle worker. You guys will be blessed beyond blessed because you just helped the mother of the earth to heal. Because I couldn't heal until I had to get validation from him, because I loved him so much that even though I knew it was him trying to unalive me, I loved him so much that I said, no, he wouldn't do that to me. But I knew it wasn't him. I know he had schizophrenic and going through addiction. And my brother Michael blames me because I said Ralph was back on drugs, and I'm the one that helped him get clean for 14 years. Well, God, but he did the work. And it was like everyone turned on me when I was the one that helped him when no one wanted to help him. And then I'm the bad guy.
isn't that the darndest thing? I tell you what, because it happens more times than it should. I tell you, makes no sense, does it?
I have one last question. If you could ask him, when does he see me getting my ex-husband's pension? Because it's been almost a year in December.
Okay. Tony, if you want to hit up on that, or even you, Becca, I've seen you come in. Tony, do you get any information about that pension coming through? I'll let him go first, and then I'll go. If he feels comfortable with answering that one. But I see a yes, and that looks like Spirit Box said that. My temperature on the REM pod just keeps going off left and right. That's so cool.
Thank you, angels, and thank you, spirits, because you don't know how much. Even though I've been depressed, I still try to help people when I'm out and about.
Well, you know what, Deborah? I'm a firm believer in it takes wounded souls in order to help other wounded souls, because we've been there before, right?
Right.
So I'm feeling that it will, but there is some legal stuff around it at the moment. Exactly. I feel like there's a lot of. So here's the thing that I got to. So excellent, Tony. I also believe that. So it's going to happen, but they're like got a backlog going on. Like the paperwork is taking them forever for whatever reason.
Okay.
And then It's going to happen, and I'm trying to. So give me a moment. I'm trying to get a time frame. Man, that's just. Sorry, guys, for the beeping. That's the REM pod telling me it's changing temperatures. Can you get the time frame? So unfortunately, it's not going to be until next year. There's something that's holding it up, but it will come. But it's probably won't be until after January, most likely.
Thank you so much, Spirit and Angels.
Okay, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you coming up and sharing your story and your loved ones with us. And
Thank you for coming through, Ralph. And I love you, and I forgive you with all my heart, mind, and soul.
you're a special lady. You know that? You really are.
Just tell them I won't go to the cemetery because I feel if I go there, they're going to try to harm me.
You don't need to go there. He's with you. You can talk to him at home.
Okay, because I don't feel safe going there.
Yeah, you don't need to go there. Not at all. All right, Miss Deborah.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Tony, and thank everyone on this live for their time and energy too.
Yeah, I heard the puppy too. Do you have a pug?
No, he's like mixed, and you know the funny thing, this dog was in the field for 4 weeks. Someone dumped him, and these two little girls took 4 weeks to catch him. And then they couldn't keep him because you know how some apartments charge $500 for a dog.
Yeah, for a pet deposit.
They were going to take him back to the field, and I had just lost my dog Coco. So my other dog was getting ready to pass, so I took him in for them to have be friends. She passed, and he has anxiety when I'm gone, but he loves me. And that's from no water. I feel no water when he was out there for 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that will definitely do it. Oh, my goodness. Well,
thank you for letting me tell you my story. And just know that I don't know why I'm compelled to say this. I have a son that was shot 16 times and lived with a 9mm, has 5 bullets. And how you said about faith, the power of faith has been there with me and protected me and helped me.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you, having faith to have closure tonight with my brother. From the bottom of my, God bless you, 14 million, both of you, and everyone on here.
You're welcome, Deborah. And thank you for coming up, sharing your story, sharing your brother with us. I want to send you with love, and I want to send you with light, and I want you to send you with strength because you have so much more good things to do. So I want to do that for you. You're welcome, darling.
Bye, Ralph. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for the closure and having peace.
All right, Miss Deborah, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to disconnect you now.
Okay,
thank you. Appreciate you so much. All right, guys, I gotta check this REM pod because it's just going a little nutty today. Want to make sure, so I'm gonna make noise, unfortunately. Knocking everything down, guys.
The reception.
Transfer.
It does feel cold over here, though. In all honesty. Reset it real quick. Here we go. Maybe that one will get better. Okay. All right. I got a puzzle piece I got to do real quick. It always happens when I'm not even near my phone for some reason. It's like they know. They know. All right, let's do it. Okay, so now we're going to go into a discussion. If everybody can send hearts for Miss Deborah. She is a sweet, sweet lady. She needs some love right now. So,
Barely touch.
oh, did I make that one go off? K2 is going up to the yellow and that cat ball's going off. I don't recall doing that, but I could have. All right. So, Spirit, just one moment, please.
Approach for the man.
All right. Thank you for the hearts, everybody, for Miss Deborah. Thank you so much for showing her love. Appreciate you.
That's today for.
Hey, Spirit, thank you so much for allowing Ralph to come through as best as he could. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Simply amazing. All right, guys. Now we're going to get to some paranormal discussion.
Anything different?
We're going to do one subject. And whoever wants to talk about it could be near perfect. Okay, great. Glad you're doing that. Yeah, Deborah's definitely loved. So thank you all for the tippy taps. I see that we're at 40K points. 47. What? 40.7K? Y'all, you're doing wow, rock stars. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. All right. So if we can is there anybody that would like to talk about any paranormal subjects, such as, near-death experiences, ghost stories? Have you ever seen a shadow man? UFO sightings, cryptids? Have you had any experiences with that? If anybody's willing to do that, if you would be so kind to click that multi-guest button to discuss that. Christy, you have, darling? Okay. Hit the multi button for me, please. And I'll bring you up and we can talk about that.
To the people's mind.
Perfect.
Hi, Carly.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm okay. How you said, near experience, death, and a figure, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if most people don't believe me when I say this. There was this, I was out at my aunt's house smoking a cigarette. I stepped outside to smoke a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't allow nobody smoking around her daughter, which I don't allow that around my children. Uh-huh. So I respect that. So I go out there, sit on the step. I go back in the house because I forgot my Dr. Pepper. So I come back out, got it. I didn't even sit down yet. This man, solid white, goldish hair, and a white robe, fur. His slippers were fur. His pants were fur. Excuse me, darling. I don't mean to scare you. May I get a cigarette? So I turn around to go get a cigarette. I grabbed three. Grabbed him a couple out my pack. I come back. I said, "Excuse me, sir. I got your cigarettes." Next thing you know, I saw a solid white wolf right there in front of me. It scared me. I cried. I was in frantic. I woke my aunt up. She goes, "Krista, what's wrong?" I told her. I said, "Look," I said, I screamed. I screamed. My aunt come running. She goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "No." I said, "Do you see that man with white hair?" I believe his name was Billy, but I'm not for sure. He passed away in the trailer park in the very back, in a bus. And, yeah, it was creepy, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know, hon, because every time I talk about it, I get goosebumps. I get chills. I cry. Mm-hmm. I can't even go back. I'm glad they sold that trailer park because I can't go back. Because every time I go back, either I see him. Your state is very known for full body. I don't know that A word. Sorry. Apartments.
So apparition.
Okay. I don't understand that.
So an apparition is basically spirits that appear before you. So like they show themselves.
Could that be like one of my native relatives or?
Well, I don't know how old you are when you had this experience, but the
I
fact,
was 20. Hold on, see. My niece was 5, so I was 17 when she was born. See, 20, 22, 23.
so young adult, I feel like the fact that he came up to you and told you not to be scared is a good thing. But I think anybody would be feeling a little bit unnerved considering. So I think that your feelings were validated, but it is interesting that he did tell you not to be afraid. And when he did all these things, it doesn't sound like he did anything to try to harm you. It was just very, what is
You
this?
know, yeah, but too, that very same night I saw the headless horseman in front of me.
Yeah.
But then I heard a howl and a growl in front of us, like where I saw the headless horseman, I saw a white figure, like a white shadow. Sorry.
Nope. You take your time.
It's the chill, I'm telling you, that I get. And it's like he was pouring it off of me, keeping it far away from me. And I grabbed my cross, I grabbed my Bible, I grabbed my aunt said, Crystal, why are you grabbing everything for? I said, well, because I'm trying to defend for me. She goes, it's a spirit, Crystal. You can't beat it with a baseball bat. I said, no, but I could fling holy water with it. She goes, Krista, just pray. You got to pray about it. You can't just throw things at it. You can't provoke it. And then at night, I couldn't sleep that night, so I laid down. See, I stayed with her a lot. I helped her with her daughter. And, matter of fact, I think it was the day before my birthday. Midnight of my birthday, my 23rd birthday. Matter of fact, that's when it was. And, it was terrifying, somebody not actually knowing that they got this sense of seeing, of feeling, of hearing, of knowing this.
So I agree with Tony. I do feel like it was a loved one that's passed before you that was actually there to protect you. Totally agree with that. And your intuition tells you that, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, because people told me I'm an empath, as I could see. Remember that figure I was telling you about, Mike? That's in my house from that burning house?
Yep.
Well, 2 days ago I had an asthma attack. And I couldn't breathe. All I could smell was burning. All I could smell in my house. I don't know what happened that threw me in there, but I was smelling burning flesh. I smell it right now. I'm in my bedroom, but I smell burning flesh.
Okay.
Could that be from Mike? Him and his family that flesh? How do I flush that flesh? How do I get that smell out of my head?
How often do you use sage?
I don't.
Maybe you should.
Okay.
Because it's actually, so the wonderful thing about sage is yes, it helps with to cleansing and it helps with all those things, but it also has natural ways of like clearing the air as well. It's from a plant or a weed in some cases. So I would suggest to get some sage and just kind of cleanse your house.
Sweetie, Tony, I'm sorry, Angelica.
What, sweetie?
No, this happened down in San Francisco, Louisiana, where I was from. It's the home of the Myrtle Plantation. It is like, from where I was at to the Myrtle Plantation, it's about like 15, 20 minutes to, drive.
There's also spray sage, it's like a liquid form that works just as well. But
Yeah, I seen that.
Tony says also Palo Santo if you're not able to get sage. Yep,
Okay,
and
thank you.
thank you, Freedom. I was about to tell her that actually. Make sure that you open your doors and your windows as you're saging, especially if you have asthma, because I also have asthma, and I have to open everything up when I do it.
Okay, cool.
But the spray, and there's a cat ball going off. I'm going to switch this back around.
And another thing too, I would like to, and I would like to throw this out there for Tony or you. Y'all both can answer it. I hope. August the 6th, 2011, my uncle had passed away. And I was walking through the field, going to my back towards my brother's house, his own family property. And as we're walking through the trail to go towards my brother's driveway, I had to go to the restroom. I said, Paige, can you and Allie take Dylan, which is my oldest, I'm getting soon, thank Jesus, but I saw him squatting on the front porch. Says no need to come here. I'm at peace. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know how he passed. I don't know how. I never got to say goodbye to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd done everything for him, his funeral, his doctor's appointments, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But my family says I'm the cause of his death for him stressing and worrying over me.
Well, so I'm gonna touch on that a little bit, and this is just something I think sometimes when people have a loss. Thank you, JB. I appreciate you, darling. When people have a loss, it's so much easier to put blame somewhere, right? We need to find something or someone to blame because our emotions are so strong that sometimes it's just easier to project that on someone else. So I don't feel that that's the case. I don't think that you should feel that that's the case. Nobody
I've tried to unalive many a times because of that.
No, I don't think that that's something that you need to even consider. Because I feel sometimes that when we're kind-hearted people, which you know you are, and we have deep feelings, especially if you're an empath, not only do you feel other people's emotions,
Exactly.
but you have all these things. Oh, nope, go ahead, Becca. If you want, I'll be quiet so you can, if you want to talk too, feel free to do that. So just let me know what you want to do, darling. No problem. So Becca's saying something about wearing crystals, and maybe she can elaborate on which ones that Spirit is giving her the information. Hi, Angel. Welcome in.
That's fine. She could, paranormal can put input into. I don't mind.
And she's also gifted like Tony. Yep, and grounding, very, very important. Thank you, Freedom.
I don't know how to ground myself.
It's as simple as taking off your shoes and just touching some of the ground. Simple as that. It's as simple as just going outside and getting the fresh air and just feeling your element. It doesn't really require a whole lot of effort in all reality. Water is a good grounding. You can listen to, you can go get yourself one of those little waterfalls at Walmart and put it outside on your porch. They're like $9.99 at Walmart. Or if you know a place that gives you peace.
I do that every day, hon.
You do? So that's grounding. That's considered grounding. What I would suggest, if you can, is to take off your shoes and touch the ground while you're doing it.
Man, I run barefoot every day.
I know. My kids are the same way. They crack me up. You'd think that they lived in the country, but we're not in the country.
Put a glass of water. Okay. Yeah,
yep. Water, touch a plant, touch a tree, touch grass.
Oh, see, I didn't know that part. Thank you, Tony.
Yep. All those things are great. So this is why I love this. See all this? See, everybody's trying to help everybody. We are,
Much love, much
yes, I love
much
this
love
community.
obliged.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
And another thing too, with my mom, and well, my uncle, I did, I didn't know he was going to go so soon, but my mom, she left. I didn't even get to tell her goodbye. She passed 3 years ago. I talk about her every now and again, but I don't bring it up because I kind of find peace, but I thought I found the peace, but I look at her ashes, I hold her ashes, but then it brings it back.
Yep. So let me tell you something about that. That grief is a little tricky, right? So when it comes to something like that we lose someone that's so close to us, such as a mother who gave birth to us and gave us life, right?
Uh-huh.
We go through processes with grief. And the thing that a lot of people say, oh, you eventually get over it. No, you don't.
No.
You don't. You learn to live without that person. But
Yeah.
your grief will come back, okay? And the thing is to do when you're feeling those moments, it's okay. It's normal. It's very normal to feel those moments. Just don't stay in them. I would suggest. So I'm just going to say this. You're not a green thumb. It's what she just told me. So a green thumb is a person who can really make plants grow. And she's saying that sometimes that's a difficulty for you to keep plants alive.
I do. Matter of fact, I had a cactus, a little Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving cactuses, but I can't keep it. You know why I can't keep it alive? I can't keep my kids or my cats out of it. That's why I can't.
That was funny. So, but you could plant something that would be a form, like a plant that's a living thing, and memorialize it. And that's something that you can take care of and nurture. And when you do, it will help you through these processes.
Well,
So
I do
that's-
roses. I love
There
planting
you go.
roses.
Roses are beautiful.
I got to get more.
Yeah. So freedom. Don't feel bad. I can't keep it. You know what? I think it depends too. Like in one home, I had ivy growing everywhere in my house. I had spider plants, all these things. And then the next
Spider
home, I did not
plants.
do nothing. So I do think like atmosphere definitely makes a difference too. But then again, if you have animals and kids, y'all know how that goes.
Cats. Oh my God.
So I would suggest maybe trying to do some roses, do little mini roses or something in a pot, and just kind of work your way through that. And that would be a way of making something beautiful for her, but it would also give you the moment that you're able to process these feelings as you're doing that, if that makes any sense.
I'm thinking about at the end of my driveway, there's where it looked like somebody had a flower bed.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bag of her ashes. I was going to put it in like in a little box and bury it there. So that'll give. It feels like that would give me some peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't know I went to her memorial and I said a few words for her, even though I didn't shed no tears.
Right.
There's one reason why. Y'all could ask me why I didn't cry at my mama's memorial. I don't care. Ask away. Because I could tell you she did not want me to cry.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted me to stand. She wanted me to stand strong. She wanted me to stand for my brother, my niece, and her sister. And her husband, which, God forgive me, I don't like. But I talked to him because of the fact that he was my mama's husband.
Mm-hmm.
And still is. So, as the Bible says, you shall forgive those. You shall forgive yourself and forgive those who have done wrong and crossed over on you. I
Yeah.
have.
And that's sometimes sometimes we have to do those things in order to
Thank you.
move on. So I think that Ooh, I can too, to be honest with you. I feel as if that would be a lovely gesture. And as you know, I'm sure that she would also like that. Like that would be an okay thing for her. She wouldn't mind you doing that.
And I talked to several paranormals here in Louisiana. The
Mhm.
one that I was with when I got thrown down the stairs in a haunted jail here in Louisiana, which, by the way, those surgeries went well.
Mhm. Good.
I got a plate in one hip, I got a pin in the other, and I'd had my neck surgery. So that's going pretty swell. But I figured out we're going to start at a cemetery close by us, and they told me, well, we're going back to another haunted hospital. Oh no, we're not. We're not going anywhere, any kind of buildings with stairs, elevators, anything. I want to be close to the ground
Hmm.
because that could have killed me.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I the oldest? No, sweetie. I have a brother who just turned 44 years old. He's my oldest sibling. I wish I was the only sibling, but I'm not. Me and him, well, it's kind of similar to Deborah's situation with her brother Michael. His wife is wanting to push me away, and I keep pushing forth. I tell him every day I love him. I call and talk to my niece and nephew, and she's just blasting me when I'm on the phone with them. And the eldest boy, Marcus, goes, Mama, I don't give a hoot what you say about my Aunt Krista. She's special. I love her. What part of Louisiana, Dolan? And she goes, well, I don't care what you say, Marcus, because I know what she's done in her life. Thank you. And like what I said, it's, no matter what they do to you, always forgive. Y'all just remember, always remember, no matter what they do to you, keep them closer to your heart. Don't push them away. Don't get rid of them. Keep them closer to you. One day they're going to realize they're going to need you for something. Because it's hard. I live 5 hours away from my brother. I don't have a vehicle, so I can't go see them. And she's refusing him to come up here to see me.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I got a feeling that my uncle's trying to say something to me, but I can't hear him. I know. Good
Hmm.
night, Pat. Good night, Pat. Have a blessed night, sweetie. Blessed night's sleep. It's like there's something he's trying to tell me that I can't. I I can't get the message.
Hmm.
And it just hurts that I don't know what that message is. Tony, do you feel that my Uncle Ernest is trying to tell me something, to watch out for something? I'm getting my son Dylan. I'm getting joint custody of my son soon, which I talked to the lawyer about that, by the way. I wanted to message you and tell you that. I'm getting him soon. And I gotta feel that they have an input about that.
Hmm.
If there's any other empaths in here that would mind helping me out, that's fine.
Honey's coming up. Just one moment.
So, Krista, yeah, I feel like definitely your energies and stuff that you have this gift. Um, that message can't come through to you right now because you're getting bombarded, much like Carly does sometimes, from a lot of the spirits there that know it's a safe spot and want to talk to her. And like sometimes she gets bombarded. You've been in her lives when that happens, right?
Yeah.
Do the water thing every night for a solid week, because I think that if you do that, the message that you're trying to get will come through. I'm not feeling the message, but I think like you're clouded with these energies that are bombarding you throughout the day. Because when you do paranormal stuff or you open yourself up to that realm, even though you set your boundaries, it's just like when we're on this plane. Like if let's say I set a boundary against Carly, say, hey, I don't want to talk to you. Is that going to stop her from talking to me? No, she still has the right to talk to me. Right? And the same thing in the spirit world. That's a bad example. Sorry, Carly. You can talk to me all you want. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like it's just like meeting a stranger or being in a crowded room or where you feel anxiety or get overwhelmed with all the energies and
Yes.
stuff coming at you. That's what's happening to you, and that's why you can't get this message. So you need to do what they were saying, the sage or the palo, and clear the energies in your house, and then do the water thing for a solid week. And I think you might get what you're looking for.
The other thing is that she also, and this is just what I'm getting. So, Krista, you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. There's a lot of chaos going on.
Yes. Custody.
So, with the chaos, sometimes that brings us stress, and stress levels create it harder for us to communicate sometimes. I also suffer from that at times when things are just really chaotic. I have a harder time really pinpointing what spirit is trying to say sometimes. And so I feel like doing a little bit of journaling, writing down your feelings, your thoughts on
I do
these,
that.
and then also getting some time to yourself.
That never
Some
happens.
way, somehow. I know it's not easy when you have kids.
But I go to
And
Bible study every Mondays. So
okay.
after I'm done with Bible study, I walk through the cemetery right there by my Bible study, and I go sit by this one grave. Don't ask me why I picked this one grave.
Mhm.
I go sit by it and I talk to them. I feel their presence. I do. It feels like they were lost. They were unalived in a drive-by pew-pew fight,
Mhm.
and they got caught in a crossfire. An innocent standby walking down
So
the sidewalk, and they got hit. Uh-oh.
this is a feeling that you are getting by being next to that particular
Yes.
grave. So you know that there is a database that you can actually go into and look up graves, and they tell you cause of death and all that. I will DM you that information, and you can look that up to validate it.
Yeah, I PM you my number. You could just send it to me that way, so I could copy it and just paste it in.
Okay. Yep, we can do that.
Yeah, and Krista, although that's like quiet time for you, you got to realize your energy is still being pulled towards that spirit. So you need to find a space where you don't have
It come in.
that coming at you. You know what I mean? You got to find a space like that's not coming at you, because if you want to get this message, you have to get this clear energy.
My uncle said that he was unalived.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I wasn't strong enough for him to give me that message. But it's been several years. My son was 16 months old, but it's too late for me to go file a report.
Mm-hmm. Past statutes of limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna find the person. I'm gonna talk to the person gently, calmly voice, and I'm gonna pray with them. I'm gonna pray with them. Hopefully, they'll turn their soul over to the Lord.
Krista, Becca, who's the Paranormal Watch, she wants to know if a Frank name is involved for you.
Sweetie, you can unmute. It'll be great to hear your voice, sweetie.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
No, I was just wondering. I was hearing a Frank name, but I don't know if it's tied to you. There's a lot of souls hanging out, so I'm not sure if it's for you but I kept hearing it, so that's why I was just like, okay, I'll say it. They even said my name. I was like, okay, speak up. Okay, fine.
Frank.
I don't know.
Frank. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I know of a Frank.
I don't know if he's tied to it or what, but I'm not sure. I was just told to say that name. I don't know if that'll mean something later for you, but yeah. That's
I'll have to look into it because you see, me and my son were supposed to move back in with my uncle the day on my aunt's on the 7th of August of 2011, and he told me no. He's going to have some friends over.
This is an apartment.
No, sweetie. It was a trailer.
Okay.
But if it was in a trailer court, I could see why she would think it would be an apartment, because I sometimes get that too.
No, it was on private land, family
Oh, it was on
land.
private land. Okay. Never mind then.
Miss Deborah, I can tell you this: your brother is with you. If you're sitting in the living room, he's sitting in the chair by the window. There's a window behind it. I can tell you this, love. And by the way, you have my mom, and you have the same name, Deborah Ann.
Hey, Krista, do you mind if I ask Becca a question real quick? Because
Oh,
is that okay?
that's fine.
This
Go
is
ahead.
your time. Hey, Becca.
What's up?
Do you think like that Frank name might be coming from the cemetery she sits in?
It could be. That's why I said I'm not getting a whole lot of information. I'm hearing like apartment. It's like an amber color. Something
It
like
was by some apartments. Yes, it was on College. It was on where this happened at is by College,
that. Okay.
Louisiana Tech.
See, that's what I'm just hearing. So I don't know. It could be. You know what I mean? We're all in here together.
What? When
Because-
I go back there
because
Monday,
she was-
I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, because she was speaking of that conversation. That's when it kind of hit you, Becca.
Oh, okay.
The name about sitting by the grave and talking to this
Getting chills.
person.
Okay, yeah, there's got to be something to it because I get like physically touched and things, and yeah, something to it. So yeah, and definitely wear protection too. Amethyst. What's the black one? Protection stone.
Obsidian. Black obsidian.
Yeah, wear those because you need protection, especially what happened to you. Which I'm so sorry that happened to you. Definitely. You are protected though. Your loved ones are protecting you, but it's good to have extra.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wear green jade a lot.
Okay. Yeah, get some protection ones though, because charge them, cleanse them, all that good stuff. I know you. I know. I don't know your beliefs, but I'm big on the crystals. So, or you
Oh
can
yeah,
wear.
crystals are amazing. I had some. I had to end up leaving them due to a house fire. When I had a house fire, I couldn't go back and get my stuff. The landlord told us we weren't allowed back on the premises, so we couldn't go back and get none of our stuff. They threw all our stuff away, and
Oh.
it really hurt me. They threw a lot of my mom's belongings away that I had with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's, you know what? I don't need her belongings to know that she loves me.
Yeah.
I feel it. I know it. It's in my heart. It's in
Yeah.
my
You can always like do something memorializing her, like as far as like you were talking about plants or something, like do something in memory of her. And like I make that little thing for her. You know what I'm saying? So you can like have that to look at, and that's the time you speak with her, and like she know. You know what I mean? Connect.
Yeah.
I swear the dreams is where it's easiest for them to come through, and I know it's hard for us to like remember our dreams, but if you can
How
kind of
did you say dreams, sweetie? My 8-year-old, she sees her grandmother, and every time she dreams, she sees her grandmother.
yeah, she's trying to come to you in dreams, but maybe because you do have a lot going on, maybe that could be blocking you too, So, and I agree with saging, cleansing your space, getting that good energy in there. Sadness and stuff and stress can just change a lot of vibrations. So trying to up that vibration just makes it easier, for them to be able to communicate with you. The fear and sadness can just kind of make
Overwhelm
it
it.
hazy, you know? So, but just from experience, I'm not an expert by all means. I'm learning and growing with this whole thing every single second of the day.
You know what? That's why I come in here and Tammy's live, you know, because I'm still learning. I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn how to use it. I'm trying to manage it. I'm trying to learn how to control it.
Yeah.
How to turn it off. But there's no way to turn it off.
Yeah. Well, once you're open, it's kind of hard to like shut
Let it
it
go.
down, you know? It's
I have a
like,
friend that also does it. You know, she feels it. She sees things. Well, I'm not going to go into the whole detail with it. Her friend, my friend, her daughter's friends with a Latin American. They went to this church, and my friend said that she seen 9 demons in front of her, and there was a child, a 16-year-old it was a 16-year-old virgin child taken from the place, and they take the 16-year-olds virgins and sell them for trafficking. She shut her path off, and it hit me. It woke me up out of dead sleep when she turned it off. And that's when mine started flowing in a lot stronger and a lot deeper.
Yeah, and that's where I'm going to agree with Becca here. You, and Carly too, because I know she does this as well. And as I'm learning mine, because I'll tell you what, I did paranormal investigations, and the reason I started about 2 years ago is because I lost my mom to have that last moment, another interaction. And now I realize that I'm being awoken to my actual abilities. But the one thing that I have found, that I have heard and discussed with many people in this area that do this, or who have share abilities, Krista, you're going to have to set some boundaries, or else you're not going to get anywhere. You have to set some boundaries around it, because if you don't, it's going to continue to drain you. So the boundaries and the tourmaline and the saging and everything else. And Becca, Carly, I'm going to mute up. You guys feel free to chime in, but just set your boundaries.
yeah, I agree. I
So
exactly.
yeah.
100%.
And, you know, so
And Krista, that looks like, hey, I'm going to bed now, so I want no interruption.
Yeah.
So you can come back when I say you can come back, and that is in a form of closure, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I feel you here. Whoever it is around me, show me peace, show me love, and show me light. You know you can't touch me.
And that's kind of why I do these type of, why I began doing these lives, because in my regular lives, I was noticing that there were people, aka Tony and Becca, who are fairly good at what they do, but like I like to give them this chance to kind of practice it a little bit more, and also it helps. I like working with others that have abilities, because it actually heightens mine more.
Yeah, it's like we all come together. Like, what's it called? Like, you know, with all the I don't know. I forgot the TV show, but it's like the rings, Captain Planet. You know, it's like all together. Boom.
Yes. Exactly.
Sorry.
And I just love it. I just love that, how that works. I mean, it's like an energy transference. Like what you don't get, I get, and sometimes we get the same thing. And it's just really interesting how this has played out so far. So I just really, really, really love the fact that y'all come in and you interact, and honestly, you make it a better experience for everybody with not being afraid to share those things. So I just appreciate y'all. Everybody, thank you for coming in. So thank you.
No, I appreciate the opportunity, because like you just said, like I feel like I'm still new and learning. Like I shut it off. Like I knew it was there. I would have a lot of deja vu dreams,
Mm-hmm.
which is a sign that you're gifted.
Mm-hmm.
But I would shut it down. But now that I've been doing the investigations and reaching out and trying to communicate in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Krista. Being in your lives has helped me kind of hone it. You're right, because like Becca down here and some of the others, Anthony from Counterbalance, and you, like just having this thing, and I feel like we all have the same energy too, to where we respect the boundaries of the spirits as well, which is so important.
Yeah.
And we just, I don't know, it's heightened mine as well.
Mhm. Agreed. Happy birthday, by the way, Hickey Chick.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it kicked me off for some reason. My live was on something else, on somebody else's, and I'm like, what the heck?
You know, that happened to Anthony a couple times too. Counterbalance. He was saying that was happening to him. And that happened to me the other day in someone else's live. So I just think it's a TikTok glitch.
It happened in my live the other night when we kept talking about Joseph, because you were picking up on him, and it kept shutting it down every time you and I talked about him. I think that was
the live I'm talking about. I think it was yours that happened.
Hockey Chick, did you lose somebody recently? Like a friend, a relative, a child?
All right. So here, I think there was someone who needed. Oh, she does. Right there. There you go, Krista. Did you
How long ago was it, sweetie? By me asking, I'm sorry. There's something trying to come through for you.
By the way, I don't want to interrupt. That's what I wanted to talk about dreams. So I'll mute myself so she can talk to Hickey, and then when she's done, I'll ask.
A month ago. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed anything like smell or something coming up misplaced, and you find it like weeks later. I'm sorry, darling. Yes, she wanted me to tell you that she loves you very, very much, and to let her grandchildren know that she loves them and misses them very dearly. You can go ahead, Beck. Paranormal, you can go ahead, darling.
Thank you, Krista, for doing that for Vicky, especially on her birthday. So
Okay, I'm sorry.
Much love,
Big hug
darling.
to you, Hickey. She is one of the sweetest people I've gotten the pleasure to get to know on this platform. Oh, speaking of mothers, that's what I was going to talk about. A dream that I had, or not a dream, it was spirit. So this was back in 2008. And I'll get to the dream because this has just happened to me today. And it was really freaky. But I wanted to get your guys' insight on it. But real quick on spirit, trusting your intuition and the connections. I don't believe anybody is special in that way. I mean, I think we're all connected. It's just being open and receiving it and not being scared of it. But anyway, my mom, back in 2008, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the movie The Da Vinci Code. It's one of those films that you kind of got to pay attention to, or you're just completely lost. So we're in the theater, and my mom's sitting to my right. My stupid boyfriend at that time is sitting to my left. And I just hear something say, "Look at your mother." In the middle of Tom Hanks doing his thing. And I'm like, what the hell? Okay. And she's just rubbing her chest. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? Okay, what's wrong with her? We did work out that day. Maybe she's just sore from the gym, Mm-hmm. And then, they're like, pay attention. I'm like, okay. And she's still rubbing it. And she just looks just exhausted. And I'm like, okay, what the Okay, the movie ends anyway. We're going to the parking lot, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I'm just tired," and she's rubbing her chest, and I'm like, "Yeah, because that's what people do when they say they're tired. They rub their chest." And I'm talking about over the heart, that important area. So anyway, I head home with the stupid boyfriend, and then this guy burnt me, so I call him stupid. Sorry. And she heads home, and then I wake up in the middle of the night, and the boyfriend's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "There's just I can't. There's something wrong." He's like, "Just go back to sleep. It's probably the movie." And I'm like, "No, I don't know." And then we went to sleep. I woke up in the morning, and I was like, "Oh nope, something's gone." 911. I'm calling out. I'm going home. There's something going on. There's something. He's like, "You crazy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Well, you just figured this out. Like, come on. Like, I'm leaving." I said, "I'll call you later. I think something's wrong with my mom." And I call work, and I'm like, I got to call out. And they're like, "Well, what's going on?" I said, "I'll let you know, but I think we got an emergency at home." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'll call you back." And I rush home. My brother's at work. My stepdad's at work. My little sister was young at the time. She was on a play date. So my mom was home alone. I'm running in the house. I'm checking all the rooms. I check her room. She's in the closet, face down, not breathing. I turn into like the Hulk. And my mom's not big. She's like about $125. I scoop her up like she's 5 pounds. I throw her in the dang car. I haul butt down the street because we were like literally 5 lights down from the hospital. And they put her in there. They do all the tests. They got her work responsive. They're about to send her home. And they're like, "Oh, wait, let's do an echogram." I think it's when they put the dye in. Mm-hmm. They found a 5-centimeter aneurysm over her heart that was like gonna burst at any moment. They rushed her downtown and did open heart surgery. But all that happened, and that was spirit telling me, look out. And to this day, which drives me crazy, she doesn't believe in any of this stuff. And I was like, "Well, how did you think that all happened? Did you think that I'm a doctor? Like I saw the sign. I don't know about that stuff." I was like, "That wasn't me. That was somebody else looking out for you." So I'm just saying, trust your intuitions. Even if you're wrong, what you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? And that's not the first time I've gotten her out of a sticky situation. I go to dreams. I will bring this up. Sleeping, I visually see her not wear her seatbelt and fly through the windshield. Next day, I wake up and I'm like, she's like, "I gotta run. I'm late for my appointment." I said, "Ma, wear your dang seatbelt." She's like, I hate those things." I'm like, "I don't care. You're wearing it." She's like, "Okay, well, fine." Okay. I like begged and pleaded her. She calls me 5 minutes down the street. This guy came out in front. She got car smashed. She was in the car. Good. She did not fly through the windshield. This is what I'm telling. I'm like, and this woman, I worry when my time comes and I, on the other end with her, if she's going to be there, because she's not vibing on the same vibes, and I'm worried that connection, that I want to keep, even though she drives me bonkers, I want to keep that connection. So I'm just asking you guys, like, do you ever worry about that? Like that maybe you're in a different place than your loved ones and that you might not be able to reconnect on that other end because you're not at the same shifts, even that's happening right now. Some of us are more kind of in tune than some, and it's like really difficult to like, you know what I'm saying? Am I explaining myself? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Basically, what you're saying is because they're not at the same level that you are spiritually and elevation-wise, your concern is then when it's your time to go, that you may not be able to see those that you love.
Yeah, those people. Exactly. And I don't know if anybody else worries about the same or has any other insight on that, because that like stresses me out because they mean so much to me. And I'm like, oh, man, come on, dude. Just it's frustrating.
I'm going to tell you that I know of spirits that definitely were not on the same level as another person that has passed, and they've come through to me together. So I'm not necessarily convinced that when we go into the afterlife that we're not going to the same place. However, there may be different work at hand, if that makes sense. So like they're able to see one another and they're able to visit, but some may have more work cut out for them than others, if that makes sense.
Right. And that's what I was wondering. Would she be stuck in the situation, like, like I'll bring up the Pulse Angels, like where they're kind of stuck in this limbo right now until their story, gets some justice and they can move to the next phase. I just don't want my mother to be going through that, because she is so closed off to anything spiritual. It's like, what can I say or do to not like, I guess, no, it's frustrating. I guess she has to come in at her own time. It's just, I don't know how much longer she's got. I mean, they helped save her to buy her some more time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Becca, I think sometimes though it scares her, and that's why she doesn't admit it.
I don't know.
Becca, I think sometimes though it scares her, and that's why she doesn't admit it.
I don't know.
Becca, I think
Oh,
sometimes
Louisiana's got an echo.
Let me get out.
Louisiana's got an echo.
Hold on.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So weird that it does that sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, honey. Yep.
No, you go ahead. It's your show. I don't want to take that.
No. I was gonna say, so, Becca, I don't know if you heard my response, but your mom, I do feel like it kind of freaks her out a little. I don't know if you can validate that or not. But so I think sometimes she does believe, like she's thinking about it, but it also scares her, if that makes sense.
I think, well, you know how they say we get it from like our whatever, like, our openness or whatever, like our gifts, if you want to call it that, like from family. Like there's always one that's in your bloodline that's really sensitive like that too. And I think there's stuff she keeps from me. Like we're sitting in the living room today and like she has this pill bag that was in the middle of the table and it moved and then it moved again and then it fell off the table. And she's like, she didn't realize she said it. She's like, oh, hello guys. And I'm like, oh, really? I just gave her a look like, and you've been calling me Ghostbusters this whole time, and you're acknowledging them. Thank you. So I know she's had experience. I mean, they did it right in front of us, and she didn't get scared. So I'm just like looking at her like, is this an act or what is going on? Like, is she starting to come around? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, sorry.
Can I ask you a question? No, you're right. No, can I ask you a question? Is your mom like in her 60s, mid 60s to 70?
Yeah, she just, her birthday was today, or the 29th, she just turned 63.
Okay, so that era of growing up, right? We call them the baby boomers,
Yeah.
correct? And the baby boomers lived in an era where they could not necessarily be 100% themselves.
True.
Because in fear of judgment, right?
Right.
And so even like that, maybe that today's incident was, or like the table incident you just described. I don't know if that was today. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was today. It was today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that incident and her saying that was her kind of sneaky way of letting you know, yes, I get you.
Yeah. It's like I want to talk to her about these things. It's so fascinating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to give her time because
know?
she grew up in an era of judgment, more judgment than what we have today. And when you ask about the other planes and like people being in different spots, have you ever seen the movie What Dreams May Come?
No, I don't think I have.
You gotta watch that.
Watch that movie, and I think you'll get some insights because, like Carly said, I believe like when we move to the next plane, we all go to different spots, and what you share and the connections you share in this plane, the living plane, will come through. However, I think we all go to different spots to kind of find our peace on that plane.
Yeah.
And if you watch that movie, Becca, I think you might get it. And Carly, it's a great movie, isn't it? It's
one of my all-time favorite movies.
What's it called again?
What Dreams May Come.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
Who the main actor is on that movie too.
Yeah, it's Robin Williams, and I don't know who was the female actor in that movie, the lead.
Film, I might have seen it, but I definitely would need to rewatch it. I might have seen it, but I definitely would need to rewatch it. I might have seen it, but I definitely would need to rewatch it.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Hey, Chris, like Carly said, can you turn on your phone a little bit? I think that's where the echo's coming from. Hey, Chris.
My husband.
Turn on your phone a little bit. I think that's where the echo's coming from.
I turned it down. My husband. Turn on your phone a little bit. I think that's where the echo's coming from. I turned it down. My husband. My husband said, I just talked to my husband. He goes about that, and he says there's no way you can turn the empath off, but you can just try to forget about it. There's no way you can forget about it.
I'm sorry. I didn't really hear what she said because of the echoing. If someone else did, if you could tell me, that'd be great. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Krista, darling. We couldn't understand you because of the high pitched feedback. So I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Your husband said that there's no way you can cut it off. Cut off what? The abilities? Yeah. Well, no, you're not necessarily cutting it off. That's not what you're doing, but you're creating boundaries. So you're setting boundaries for spirit. Like right now is not the time. I'll let you know when it's the correct time. So it's not that they go away. There's no on or off switch per se. Yeah, Tony, she might have to drop down and try to come back up. So it's not that you're cutting them off. You're just setting boundaries. And spirit, generally, if they have good intentions, 9 times out of 10, that in my experience, they do. I mean, there is not there's good and bad in all things. They usually do respect that. So. And thank you all very much for the likes. We're at 65K. Appreciate if you could please keep tapping that screen for me. I would forever be grateful. Thank you for the shares. Most importantly, thanks for being here tonight and sharing your stories, interacting in chat. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. So if it's okay, I would like to bring up my next spirit box read. And where is she at? I don't know. Oh, there she is. Miss Wolf, if you would please do a multi-guest request for me. She already did that. She's quick. All right, perfect.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. All right. How are you? Okay, dear. Who is it that you're wanting to try to contact on the spirit box today?
William, my fiance.
William. And what's the name that he knew you by?
Lindsay.
Lindsay? Okay. I'll turn on the spirit box real quick. All right, guys, if you could please go get William for Lindsay. She would like to speak to her fiance, William, please. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Come here. Okay, thank you, Tony. I just heard hi. Is that you, William? William, Lindsay's here and she's wanting to talk to you. Can you come talk into this box here? I do have energy source down below the desk there and also another one here below me. If you will try to grab that energy out and then come real close to me and talk to me in this box for her. I just heard hi again. Can you say her name for us so we know that it's you? Okay. I just heard Lindsay, I think. Did you all hear that? Sounded very close to it, if not. You did? Okay. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. Do you have a message for her, darling? Thank you, Tony. William, is there something that you want Lindsay to know? Oh, interesting. Screen glitch right as we heard Lindsay. Oh, did you guys hear that? I traveled, I think he said. I'm not sure. William, come a little closer, darling. Come talk directly into this box that I'm holding in my hand, sweetie. Lindsay's anxious to hear from you, so if you could give her a message for us, I'd appreciate it. William, if this is you, can you say your name, please, so we know that it's you? Or maybe touch a cat ball or the REM pod. The equipment there, if you touch the red light, it will beep and make noises, and we'll know that you're here. Remember to get the energy. I hear somebody saying something, but it's so quiet. Okay, thank you, Tori. So, William, Lindsay wants to know if you knew that she was with you when you passed away, darling. I do know you're trying. I can sense you. So if you grab this right here in this power bank that I've got down here, grab some energy out of it and come back and talk nice and loud for me, darling. Can you answer Lindsay's question? If you knew she was there for you when you passed? Okay, thank you, Tori. Hello, darling. I'm not sure, Krista. It's possible. William, can you give us a yes or a no? Did you know that Lindsay was with you at the time of your passing? Oh, that was so quiet. I just heard. Is that you, William? Any other spirit that wants to communicate? I'm going to tell you, you're going to have your turn. But right now, we just need to hear from William, please. I did too, Tony. But I don't feel that was him. I feel like it's other spirits trying to talk over him. Because I do hear a gentleman that's very light. Try to talk nice and loud for me. He wasn't? Okay. Good to know. I just heard a man say hello, just like that. Very quietly. And if we don't get nothing through the spirit box, I'll try an alternative thing. All right, so is there a spirit that's creating you guys from being able to speak right now? Is there one blocking you from speaking? I just heard what? Who's blocking you? Is there anybody blocking you? Can you give me a yes? Yeah. Because whoever that spirit is, if it's the one that's asking for help, I will do that for you. But right now I need you to let William come up. Okay. Did you guys hear that? That was quiet for me. I couldn't hear it. William, is that you? Yeah. So, William, Lindsay's here. Do you have anything you would like to say to her, darling? That's just so quiet. I'm gonna try another means. I feel like there's some interference a bit. So hang on, I'm gonna try something else.
About the independent.
All right, William, are you there? If you're present, come talk into this right now. If you would be so kind. Lindsay's here and she wants to hear you. Please don't go. Okay, thank you. And whatever spirit's trying to block another spirit, let's not do that. Everybody's gonna have a turn. Related? Related to who?
You.
Me? All right. Well, right now we're going to wait our turn and we're going to talk to William.
Hey, I went.
Tori said I love her. I'm going to take it. William is here. Okay. Hello, William.
Famous
Thank you for coming.
And I'm from
Bean. But Al. Can you play a song?
He just said, will you play a song? Not sure which spirit that was, though. So, William,
Turks.
I'm going to let Lindsay talk to you for a second. So, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit so it doesn't drown her out. Okay, Lindsay, go ahead and say whatever you're going to say, darling.
I just want to know if you knew I was with you the day at the hospital. I did everything I could to bring you back to me. I knew it was your time, but still. I just want to know that you knew I was with you and that I tried everything. And sometimes I know that you're with me because you mess with my radio or my lives and other people's.
I believe it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, William? Can you answer her question, please, darling?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
And if it was you that came to me in the middle of the night when I woke up, I seen a figure at the end of my bed. I wanted to know if it was you saying goodbye also.
Where that is? Where?
Did he have an illness?
He had a stroke, but we don't know what caused it.
Okay.
He had 4 of them.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Because I'm hearing sick.
What is much?
No. Only William to come through right now. We're not going to talk like that either. Only love and light here right now.
Voices everywhere.
Voices everywhere. You're telling me about it. I know. But right now we need to hear William's only, please. So, William, did you hear that?
The new.
What?
So, I am being told about the figure that you seen at the end of the bed. So I feel like your intuition is correct by that because the figure actually was shaped like him.
Consider.
Is what he's saying. I don't know if that's true or not. Only you would know that, but
Maybe.
maybe.
I'm not sure.
I'm feeling like your intuition is correct, and it wasn't necessarily a good vibe, but it was more of checking on you, making sure you're okay. Because he did know you were there.
Okay.
He did. Now, hang on, I'm trying to get a little bit more information. He is not really a talker, is he?
No, he more liked music, especially working at the car wash was his favorite song.
Oh, okay. And Becca's
Hey, Carly.
It's better, yeah.
Hey, Carly.
Yeah. Go ahead, darling.
She just said music, and we did hear play a song earlier, right?
Oh, yeah, we
While
did.
she was up.
Correct. Wow. Okay. All right, William. What's the song you want us to play? Can you tell us the name of the song?
Of a big.
William, if you can tell us the name of the song. Yeah, I thought I heard correct too, Dylan, but I wasn't sure. Or even
Going to have to.
you can even say a couple words if the title's too long for
You
you.
want it?
So, Lindsay, they're wanting to know if rain means anything.
Yeah,
Does
but-
rain?
Rain?
Yes.
Yeah, because he made a video of me dancing in the rain one day.
Oh. Purple Rain, like from Prince? Perchance?
Yes, that's one of his other favorite songs too.
All right, perfect. Thank you for validating that, Rebecca. I said yes. Thank you.
This headline.
You can go.
So he said I was going. So that's not the only time he's been there, actually. He's been there a few times visiting you.
I figured because I feel him, and also I feel my dad because my dad came and see me too when he passed away.
All right.
I feel them.
Killings. The song.
All right. So William, can you give us a message for Miss Lindsay, please? She would love to hear from you if you have a message to give her.
Biden.
Well, that isn't it. You heard purple. Okay. Self-doubt. And a laugh. Yeah, Biden's definitely not it. They can't be your message. They're always, these spirits in my house, though, they're so political. They drive me nuts with it.
Investing.
So only William coming through right now, okay? I'll listen to the rest of y'all here in a little bit. But right now, we're just talking to William.
It's the garbage.
It's the garbage.
The person committed.
So I'm not sure if I heard that correctly, and when we do the replay, we might be able to know, but he says, I'm her husband in spirit, is what I thought he said. I don't know if anybody else heard that too.
I heard that, yeah, he proposed to me.
Wow.
We were going to get married.
Okay.
He was 47 when he passed.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Your face. Maybe.
Was that in the last 5 years?
Yes, he died in 3.
Okay.
Or no, 2022, actually.
22?
Mm-hmm.
So about 2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Did he pass?
I just want him to know that I love him, and I always think about him. Because I know it's him that's bringing the other guys in my life. Or at least he's picking them, I guess. I should say, I think.
I will.
Yeah. So William, is that true? Can you validate that for us somehow? Are you the one that's bringing?
streetwear.
Are you the one that's bringing other people into her life?
Correct.
Into Lindsay's life? Can you validate that for us? Remember to get the energy from where I'm pointing, and then feel free to talk.
I'm refraining.
I'm refraining. And then I heard facts before that. And then also self.
Away.
Very clear.
Very clear. So Lindsay, I'm just going to ask this question about the strokes or what have you. I'm being shown an MRI, and at first they thought it was everything was going to be a little bit better, but then he had that other stroke, and then that's when you realized what was going to happen. I'm just saying that it confused the doctors as well. Not only you, but even the doctors were like trying to figure that out. And he's telling me that he really fought to stay around, but it just was the time.
Yes, he did try to come back a couple of times, but his blood pressure kept going up and down real fast.
This one.
Yes, it is. I think it's Sweet British Radio too. I get British so. All right, so that's what I thought. And then he's saying something along the lines of blue, the color blue. It's significant for him.
Yes, he had a blue necklace. I got him because I live by the ocean, so I got him a little blue necklace.
Perfect. Okay.
And I buried it with him.
Okay. All right. Thank you for validating that.
What we'll find belongs.
So Becca of the Paranormal Watch wants to know what happened to his car. Okay, Tony.
There is no.
No problem. Something about his car, Lindsay. Do you know?
We had a blue car. It broke down.
Okay, but it was also blue. Oh, what were you saying, Anthony? I'm sorry if you were trying to say something and I missed it.
And I think
I don't see it, but we can't pin when there's people in the boxes, unfortunately. All right, Lindsay.
Yeah, we had a blue car, like I said. It was a bug, but it quit working on me. I had to get rid of it.
Okay.
What?
And Krista's asking if he has children.
Yes.
Every shot.
Notion that
To be.
So, William, do you have a message that you would like to give her, darling? If you could do that right now, because I know you're here. I feel you. You're communicating as best as you can, and we do appreciate the effort that you're putting in for that. But right here, I have a power bank. I would like you to come and take the energy out of this. I'm going to set it up on the table for you, and you come, drain the energy out of this, and then come here and talk to her for us, please.
I did a.
I did, he said, I did.
As the post.
That was a weird laugh.
thing.
Lindsay, did you get a truck?
Interesting.
Becca's asking. If you got a
Yeah,
truck.
we have a truck. We have actually 3 cars. And if that was a weird laugh, he always laughed about things. He
Oh,
always had a funny laugh.
did he have a laugh that was kind of similar to that one that you heard?
Yeah.
Okay. So about him bringing the people in, so I'm gonna kind of touch on what I'm getting, and you feel free to validate it for me if you would. But he's basically stating that there's been 3. He's saying the number 3. I don't know if there's been 2 so far. Maybe there's another one coming, or if there's actually 3.
There has been 3. I'm actually dating the 3rd person.
Oh, okay.
He lives next door to me.
Okay.
And he kind of has the same quality as William.
Okay. So when he said 3, he said 3. You know the saying, three's a charm. 3's a charm. So that would be my guess that this one's a good one.
Well, I'm glad because I always feel like he sends me people to try out, and then if that person don't work out, you know, he
Right.
lets me know some way or another.
Yeah, so he's saying this one's a good one. I do feel like, though, do you mind if I share what I'm getting?
To prejudice.
Miss Lindsay, so this is gonna be a character trait that he's saying about you. And so I want to make sure I have permission to say it because I don't want to.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so what he's saying, sometimes you get into your thoughts and you kind of think things are negative when they may not necessarily be negative. So
That's so true.
he says sometimes you can sabotage things by doing that. And so you need to kind of just remember that just because, and it's almost like you get this feeling like it's just off all of a sudden. It's maybe they're not as receptive to you as they normally are, and so then you think they're angry, and then it creates this.
Yeah, I overthink too much,
Yes,
and I should
exactly.
quit that.
Yeah. So he's telling you, be gentle. remember that communication is key.
Mm-hmm.
And to not over obsess over everything going wrong all the time, because I feel like you have a tendency, according to what he's saying, to often think the worst.
Yeah, he knows me very well. I used to overthink a lot.
Okay, Christy. Okay. That definitely was him there, though. That was him. He keeps telling me, you know it was me.
Thank you. I never got the closure when he died, and I felt like, I never got to say a proper goodbye to him.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know that he knew that I was right there, and I told him I loved him, and that I told him it was okay to go, even though I didn't want him to go, but I knew it was his time. I just had a feeling. And then, yeah.
So I definitely knew, because he's already touched upon that. So he definitely knew you were there. I guarantee he heard you.
Because I know his favorite color was black, because the funeral home donated a casket for him.
Oh, that's awesome. They did that.
I know he wanted to be cremated, and I did everything I could possibly do to do that, but with the situation, I couldn't.
But
So he knows I did everything else I could do.
Yep, and that's all you can do, darling. That's all you can do. And sometimes, it takes a village.
And I wanted to know that they did donate some of his organs, so he did help people. In the end, is what he was always wanted.
So it sounds like his wishes were definitely, for the most part,
Yeah.
taken care of. So that's wonderful that a piece.
I just want to say thank you for letting me, talk to him, and just know that gives me a lot of closure that he knows that I'm safe, and he's telling me not to think so much.
No, yeah, he's saying try not to obsess on it too much. Just kind of allow things to flow naturally.
Yes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweet. And then again, like I said, it is available on YouTube. So there might have been things that came through on the spirit box that we didn't hear in the moment. So if you want to go there and kind of listen, I will have it uploaded by tomorrow.
Okay.
And just see if you hear anything else that might seem familiar to you. Because I feel like I really need to tell you that. I feel like there might be more there.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. Thank you for sharing your loved one with us. And
Yep.
And I appreciate you coming up.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. All right. Everybody give some hearts for her, because that was lovely. And I'm pretty sure that he said You're my wife in spirit. So that's the thing I almost feel like he wants you to hear. So that's the thing that when you go to the YouTube, I would really listen for, because I'm pretty sure he said that. Much love to you, darling. You heard wife? Okay.
Just to say
All right. All right. Is there... Okay, so now we're going to go back to slight discussion about anything paranormal. I do... Our last person that we're reading, can a mod tell me what that person's name is? Perchance. I forgot already. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know who's all still in here mod-wise. You believe you heard it also? Okay, wonderful. I'm glad. I'm really glad that you had the opportunity to hear that. Uh-oh. Where's my... So I think the mod that had the list is not here. Oh, no worries, Fire, darling. No problem. Appreciate it. I think it was Tony that got the last name. You're out in your front yard grounding? Awesome. All right. Is there anybody that would like to come up and discuss anything paranormal, such as near-death experiences, spirit encounters, UFO sightings, anything of that nature? And we'll talk about that until we can figure out who that third person is, because Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's Tony. Oh, okay, darn.
It's Charlie.
It's Charlie. Who's Charlie? All right, Spirit, I'll tell you what I'm going to do while we're waiting for Tony to come back. Spirit, the one who said that you needed help, are you here? If you're here, can you... Arrested? I'm sorry to hear that. If you're here, can you...
Welcome back, your list.
Welcome back. Oh, really? Yeah, I've been asking her if she wants to be a mod, but... Tori, do you want me to make you a mod? I can do it right now, if you don't mind.
Honest.
It's up to you. And there's no pressure with modding. You come in when you can.
So bad.
All right, Spirit. So is the Spirit who asked for help? Okay, perfect. I'll make you one right now. For the person that asked for help, if you're still here, can you let me know by touching one of the equipment up on the table? Touch a cat ball. All right, thank you, my love. You help anyway, so you might as well get the title to go with it.
Clever enough. So what?
Might have to do it after the live. It's not even giving me the option. Darn it. I might do it. Here, let me try something else. Yet what?
The moment the Lord.
All right. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the taps. We're at 87.3K. I appreciate that so much. So thank you all for continuing to tap. I see Ayers tapping. So appreciate you. Thank you. Dylan tapping away like he always does. Amazing. Appreciate you. Oh, you see the white wolf. Okay. In your front yard? Is that one of the 4? Seriously, Dylan, you're the best with those taps. We're always liking like crazy, so I appreciate you.
Ella
Okay, cool. All right, so Spirit, I want to help the one that said that they needed help. So if you're still here, I need you to touch the equipment so I can help you, or at least attempt it, if you'd be so kind. It got real loud, didn't it? So Annie, what we're gonna do right now is I'm waiting for Tony to come back, and if that person's not in here, if you'll stick around, since you're the next person asking, we might be able to do that for you. So just hang tight, darling, if you don't mind. All right, so is there any other spirit then that would like to speak at this time? If you want to speak at this time, now's the time to do it, because it's not going to be an all-nighter tonight. No problem, Annie. Wait? What are we waiting for? Good point. Let's try. Let's see. Actually, I do think it was the SB7. So let's try that real quick. Thank you for telling me that, Mar. Appreciate you. All right, so the spirit who needed help, are you still with us? Are there any spirits at all that need help right now currently? If you do, and you speak through this box and let us know, I'll do my level best to try to help. Did you just hear a man say yes? That's what I thought. All right. What do you need help with? What can I help you with, darling? I want to try. I think he just said, am I alive? But I'm not sure. It's kind of... So, darling, if you're talking through this device right here, then I am sorry to inform you, no, you are no longer living. You're passed away, sweetie. You know, Krista, I honestly don't recommend that. I would just simply ask your guides to protect you and ask what he needs. I heard you, sir. What did you say? By the way, this is in reverse. That was a whole sentence. I have to review that. You think it's over? Oh, okay. Think what's over, darling? Can you go into detail for me as best as you can? Remember to get the energy you need out of the power grid. I wouldn't consider it very normal if it's unique. And if you're hearing it, that's pretty interesting if it's a unique one that you wouldn't hear very often. The likelihood of a unique name coming through is, if it's super unique, not one you hear every day, odds are fairly low for that one, so. All right, sweetheart, what can I do to help you? I want to help you if I can. Are you confused? You need my help? Okay. Wow, did you guys hear that? Whole sentence. What can I help you with? Hi, Shelly. Can you give me your name, Spirit? The one that's needing the help. My name's Carly. What's yours? I think that he was confused about even if he was passed over or not. So I feel like there's confusion. I feel confusion. I also have pain in my right frontal lobe. Fire Empress. The bright light under the cat ball. Just that big bright. There's nothing there, honestly. Here, I'll show you. I hear you, sir. What do you need help with? I think it's just the light, how it's shining on it. Yay, thank you guys for the taps. All right, Spirit, do you need help crossing over perchance? Is that what you're trying? Because you know the light's always there. You can see the light. Oh, I can't understand them. If you're wanting to cross over and go to the light to be with your loved ones, can you touch an equipment up there? And if I see you touch the equipment up there, then I can help you. But I need you to do that for permission because I know we all have free will, and I don't want to force you into anything you don't want. So if you need help to cross over to go with your loved ones that have gone before you, feel free to touch any of that equipment up there or say it on here. All right. I don't really get anything else. Man, there was some good sentences on there, though. I'll tell you what. How about this? Do you want me to pray for you to get you to go? Will that make you feel better to walk into that light that you see? Did he say yeah? I can't tell if he said pray or divination. Okay. All right. All right, Spirit, I'm going to go ahead and pray for you then. If I pray for you and you head towards that white light and you feel you cross over, I need to get some sort of validation so then I know you're okay, whether it be from other spirits that are here currently, because I feel a lot of you here. All right, so let me, I'm going to turn this off and turn on something else instead. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming through. I'm going to turn this on so they can validate for us. So that you all know, I will be doing the Lord's Prayer. If anybody doesn't want to hear that, I do want to respect your wishes. So just so you're aware, you might want to mute me for about a couple minutes, or even go out and come back in. That's fine too. But I'm just going to let you know I'm going to do the Lord's Prayer. I want to be respectful to everybody's wishes and beliefs. So. I thought they said help again. Okay. Ooh, music box, guys, and that ain't me. Was that you, Spirit?
Terrible. See.
There it goes again. The KT is going up to the yellow a couple times too. Are you excited to cross over? You're excited for the prayer? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to do this one instead. Okay.
Put money out.
Put money out? Really? I need the money. You need put the money out. You're funny. All right, so Spirit, for any of you who are wanting to go into the white light, but you want me to pray for you first to do so, I'm going to do that right now. I just heard him say thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys, that's me moving that. All right, I'm going to turn off the light. Okay, here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Instantaneous. All right, Spirit, can you validate that you see that white light? Thank you all. Go into that white light. Anybody and everybody that wants to do that. Your loved ones are waiting for you. And remember, it's just a life review. Okay? Nothing to be scared of. Go into the light and be with your loved ones. Reactivated? Okay. Spirit, can you validate that he made it? I have a feeling it was a he. I guess that's who he was asking. I just heard yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you for validating. Is there any other spirits that went?
That's the story of that. Puss.
All right. Spirit, if everybody that wanted to go into the white light did, can you please validate that by touching any of the equipment up on the table for me? Or even talk through here and tell me.
Criticisms for things.
And just for orb.
It's going to be.
I'm just an orb. He did it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm just an orb. That's interesting.
Always me.
It was you? Okay.
Live.
Did you say my wife? Guys, I'm going to check my equipment up there because I haven't seen it go off in a while, and I want to make sure that they're still able to. Yeah, they are. I love orbs. Yeah, that's me making that go off.
Definitely the way. For us.
I was going to bring. Say.
Everything's working up there. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of clearing of energy, though. It's going to be 3 dings, people. So just bear with me. You've seen a lot? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Spirit. Don't let him what?
Camp.
Mini rave.
Wins. EW.
Sikat.
It's so funny because I do have a lot of English-speaking spirits here.
Not the 18-year-old.
18-year-old? Okay. What's your name?
Trial.
And a Frenchman as well.
Rostov.
Can you repeat your name? I just heard it, but I...
Good morning.
Good morning, darling. How are you?
Good.
You're good? Okay. Can I help you with anything? Thank you for the 100K, guys. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you.
It's pretty.
So they're choosing.
It's their choosing?
Nothing adds up.
Okay. Yeah, everything's free will, isn't it? Can you validate that
Clear.
for us? Clear? Okay.
The headline.
It's Tuesday. Well, technically it was at one point.
Beneficiaries.
Beneficiaries? Beneficiaries to what?
They will not.
Great.
Yeah, they switched it from Tuesday to Wednesday. I will not. All right, so I'm going to... If the person who is the third person, Tony, do you remember
Subject
that
to event.
person's name?
Delicious fruit.
Delicious fruit. Wish I had some for you. We ate the last of it today. I need to go grocery shopping so bad.
There she is.
Texan.
It
It was a Texan. Okay.
There's so much.
I don't think that person's in here anymore. Yes, spirits. Yes, spirits. What's for dinner? Because we know you love food. Me too. I'm right there with you.
2%.
Oh, okay.
That's not very interesting.
Hey, Spirit. Crystal wants to know, did Mike cross over?
Did
Did you have
That's yep.
Young one.
Yeah, I don't think she's here anymore. So, Annie, if you're still here, darling, are you still here?
I sit.
Hi, Sunflower. Welcome in.
Jack?
I can't tell if Annie's still in here. It's not showing me. Oh, there she is.
Egg with
All
bread
right, so
and
can you press the multi-guest?
in both sorry.
I don't know how many followers you have, but if you're capable of doing that, can you attempt it?
Your economy. Government battery.
Let's see, where's she at? Hey, Kylo, how are you? All right, guys. So there's quite a few paranormal investigators in here at this time. If anybody who's a paranormal investigator, if you would do me a huge favor and put ghosts in the chat, so those who have like-minded interest or enthusiasts can also follow you and go see your lives. Thank you for inviting her, Fire. Appreciate you. It wasn't letting me. All right, so Kylo Seeks is one.
Big benefit.
The Paranormal Watch is one. Little Chef 23 is one. So if you guys want to give them a follow, they're all paranormal investigators who go live here on TikTok as well. Two of which I've seen all their lives and they're amazing. So I do recommend. Hi, Annie. How are you, darling?
I am okay. How are you?
I'm hanging in there too.
This is the first time I've come across your live. I absolutely love it here, so I will be subscribing.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say. I'm glad you're enjoying your time. This is a safe space for all. I just want everybody to know that. So I'm so glad that you're feeling that. And thank you for coming in. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you bringing me on. Even though it's my first time here, I'm not exactly sure, what you're allowed to ask or what I'm looking for. How is it I would tell you?
Okay. So is there like a particular loved one that you're wanting to connect with, or is it just questions that you're wanting to ask?
Well, I had a sister who passed away during COVID, and she was sick, and
okay.
So
I'm going to stop you for a second, darling, and I'm so sorry to do this. Don't give too much information because if she should come through, there's a couple. There's actually quite a few people with abilities in here, and we want to be able to validate it for you. So less is more in this case, but certainly give us the information of like, what's her name? What did she call you? And if there's something that you're wanting to know from her, what I would have you do is just hold off on that just yet. And I will give you the opportunity to talk to her once we can get connection, if that's okay with you.
Yes, ma'am. You just guide me and I'll follow.
Sure. And I'm sorry for cutting you off there. I just didn't want too much information to come out and then it ruin your experience. So, because what we're trying to do is bring evidence so that way it's really her talking to you.
Okay. And
now, go ahead.
You want me to tell you what I used to call her?
Mm-hmm.
Tita.
Okay.
And Hollywood.
Okay. Perfect. Those are so cute. Okay, so Tita and Hollywood. And what did she call you Annie? Is that what she would know you as?
Actually, my name is Georgia, and Annie's my middle name, so she would just call me Joe.
Joe. Okay, perfect. So Joe and Tita. Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on a spirit box,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give her opportunity to try to come through to you and speak. Also, there's other people here that do have, like I said, abilities. So do keep an eye out in chat because sometimes they'll ask you questions
Okay.
for you to validate. And you're more than welcome once we give the information to say, yes, this is true and validate. But try not to give information that we are not giving. So if we've already given it, then yes, you can say absolutely or yes, this is true. But otherwise, we want to try to have her give us the info.
Okay.
All right, let's get this sweeping for you real quick here. All right, Miss Hollywood, Joe's here for you. Are you present, darling? Can spirit guides please go and get Tita, otherwise known as Hollywood, for Joe? So Joe, Little Chef 23 is a person that does have ability, and he's asking if she was a prankster or mischievous.
We used to play a lot together. Just we were pranksters.
Okay, perfect. I just heard. I'm not sure what it was, but it sounded like a female. So is Miss Hollywood here? Miss Twyla, are you here, darling? Joe's here, and she would like to hear from you. I heard the hi as well. Thank you, Tori. I'm here. Okay. Thank you, Fire Empress. Yeah, I heard that her name came through 2 minutes ago. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. So I missed that. Sorry. So before she even started, or when I was explaining things to her?
Oh my God, Louisiana, thank you so much.
Oh, in the spirit box. Okay. Perfect. All right. Miss Twyla, Miss Hollywood. Oh. Can you repeat that, please, nice and clear for me? Remember, I do have an energy source, this power bank down right here to the side of me on this table. And then I also have a power grid below the desk. Feel free to touch any of the equipment up on the desk there if you want to have your presence known. Also, please talk into this. My name's Carly. I'm here with Joe. Can you say your name? I heard a female say something, but I'm not sure what it was. Sorry. Joe? Did you say Joe? I thought it sounded like it too, but I wasn't sure. Bell? Okay. So, Joe. I just heard Joe again. All right. Thank you very much. Is this you? Is this Miss Hollywood? Can you say yes, a definitive yes? I don't know if that was me. I'm nowhere near my camera. I'm below it. but I just seen it like move. I don't know if anybody else seen that. Who is that? My name's Carly. I'm here with Joe, and she's wanting to communicate with you. Okay, just checking. Thank you for validating that I'm not going a little nutty. I did it again. There's someone in front of my camera. Miss Hollywood, if you're here, can you touch one of those? Oh, the K2 just went up to the yellow. Can you touch that K2 and get it to go all the way to the red by the lion right here? Right here. If you can get that to go all the way to the red for me, to let us know that you're here, darling. Because Joe wants to hear from you and wants to know that you're here. So if you could do that for us, pop it up to the red as far as you can. Just grab onto it. Or even the red light on the top. If you touch that, it lights up for her. And she'll know that you're here. Remember to take the energy from the power bank or the grid underneath there where all the equipment is on the table. So Miss Hollywood, your sister Joe's here and she's trying to talk to you. Do you have any messages for her? Yeah, I think so too. Also, guys, those little green lights, if a spirit should go through those, generally the lights in certain areas will go black where you don't see them anymore, or you'll see a figure walk through that. So kind of keep an eye out on those lights to see if they switch or change, because it did get extremely cold in here just now. I just got a cold breeze and there's nowhere to be having a breeze. Is that you making the temperature change? Can you tell me yes or no? The K2 meter is going up to the yellow and orange at times. By the lion there. Just went up to the yellow again. Is that you trying to touch that K2 meter? If that's you, just grab onto it real good. Just touch it as hard as you can with both hands, and it will go all the way up. So I'm getting something right now, message-wise. Was your sister kind of like very like friendly and sociable, where people liked her a lot? Almost like center of the attention. Annie, if you could validate that for me, so that way I know that I got the correct Miss Joe.
Oh, yes, ma'am. She was friends with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling she's very social, like highly social. And the K2 is starting to really flicker when I say that. The other thing is that she's saying children, but she's saying 3, and I don't know what that, if it's 3 children, 3, I don't know what that is, but she's saying children and then saying the number 3. The grid just completely dimmed, you guys. It completely just got drained of its battery. So all those green lights are gone now. So can you validate that if there's children and what the number 3 could be. I don't know if it's the month of March or if there's 3 children or
3
the
children.
3 children. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Miss Hollywood. We appreciate you draining those batteries trying to communicate. She said, yeah. Did you hear that?
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a message for your sister Joe, sweetheart? Yeah, she's trying to show you up in the afterlife too. She's draining all the batteries.
I'm so sorry. Send me your address. I'll send you battery money.
No, you're good. The good thing is it's chargeable. It's rechargeable, so we're good there.
All of you are amazing. My other question is, does she know that I'm taking good care of her fur baby?
Okay, let's ask her. I just heard I know. Did you guys hear that? It was faint, but it said I know, like that.
You guys are truly amazing. It's been a very hard 3 years for me. And I'm really trying to hold it together right now.
Oh, it's okay, sweetie. You're here in a safe space. You can do whatever you need to do to let that flow through you. If you need to cry, you do it by all means.
All of you, your whole chat, everybody is just so kind and very considerate and caring. And I really have to tell you, there's got to be a reason that I ended up in your life tonight. I was on my way to bed and I just came straight to your life. And I'd not seen it before, but I will be a follower. I am a follower now. But as soon as my turn is over, I'm going to be a subscriber. All of you are fantastic.
Thank you, sweetie. We're so happy that you're here. And yes, I have one of the best communities on TikTok, if I do say so myself. Really wonderful people in here. And this is a definite safe place for you. But I do want to iterate on you that you said you must. Spirit led you. Your sister led you here. I'm going to tell you that much right now. There's no accident. There's no such thing as coincidence. You were meant to come in. And also, I also want to make reference to the person that was supposed to get the last reading left, and then you requested it, and so you ended up getting it. So that is something else too. So you're definitely meant to be here.
Well, can I ask, what time do you usually go live? And I'll make sure that me and my tapper are with you.
So I usually go live. So I'm in Washington State on the West Coast. So I'm in Pacific Standard Time. I go live every Tuesday and every Friday. And that is at 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time. So depending on where you are, there might be a time difference. But
I think we share the same time.
Oh, yeah. So if you're there, yes, we would. So right now it's currently 2:04 in the morning.
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
So I know it's there as well. So it would be 10:30 your time at every Tuesday night and every Friday night. Hello. I just heard her say hello. Are you trying to tell her something, darling? Are we taking away from your time to shine?
Wow. I heard that so loud. You guys have no idea. I am literally shaking right now because my other sister, I feel, is the reason that my sister, this one, passed away.
Uh-huh.
And I've kind of disassociated myself with the family because I know what I know, and it's killing me because I couldn't get to Robin, that's her name, fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really hard, and I just always wondered, it's like, wait for me. I'll be there, but wait for me. And I've always questioned if there is another side. And you guys are just amazing. My whatever it is I'm feeling right now, it is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
but the gratitude I feel for you guys is unbelievable. You guys are just amazing. And I think I better go breathe before I pass out. This has been.
You take care of yourself, sweetheart. You go ahead, get yourself. So in times like this, a glass of water would be best, and just kind of breathe through it, okay? And again, thank you for sharing your lovely sister and your story with us. But I want you to take care of you because you need to take care of you right now, okay? But I am available. Come back every Tuesday, every Friday. I'll be here again Friday. Feel free to come back at those times, and I'm just gonna let you go ahead and go take care of yourself, okay?
And yes, ma'am. Louisiana asked me a question about does the sisters, does she have cancer? No, I have the cancer. Louisiana, you're spot on with what you're feeling. It's me, and she had the heart attack, supposed heart attack. But I will be back. You guys are amazing. I will be back. God, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you, Joe.
Yes, ma'am. Everybody have a good morning. Thank you so much.
You too. Get some rest.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. That is the lovely part about spirit, guys. I just want to say tonight's been a lovely night as far as the spirit box readings and everybody coming in here. But I'm going to turn on this light and switch this around real quick and kind of talk to you guys a little bit here. First of all, I just want to tell you all amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in here each and every week. It's been a wonderful experience for many reasons. We're all learning from each other. There's this energy exchange and the beauty. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting a little emotional, but the beauty that comes from it and the connections that we make. Oh, thank you for the swan, sweetheart. I appreciate you. It's your birthday. We should be gifting you. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. But the beauty that this brings and the purpose that some people are missing, that they regain by coming into these types of lives, that honestly, they're going through trauma and they're not sure what to believe. And although they do have thoughts and intuition, this is just validating for them. And it's validating for us. We learn through spirit, okay? So we all have this thing to where we help spirit and they help us. It's an energy exchange. And we do that for each other too, right? Best teachers in the world. Exactly, Becca. Exactly. So, and it's healing. It's cleansing. It's healing. And it helps us to realize, especially with the way that the world is today, very, very difficult to get through. A lot of us are struggling in this world. And yes, please send some hearts for Joe, guys, just like we did for everybody else. Send her all the love in the world. But we're in tough times. And I do think since 2020, and those who are present in their abilities can probably contest to this, the world has been a total tornado. Always something coming at us, and it gets heavy and it gets hard. And a lot of us are struggling. So to be able to come into a place and be kind to one another, learn from one another, find answers sometimes. And sometimes we have more questions than answers. But in the end, this is what life is about. Love, light, and eventually happiness, because that's what comes from this. So I really want to give you all so much love and gratitude, because if it wasn't for you guys coming in and interacting, I mean, this isn't about anything but the power of love. When you are kind and it's genuine and it's coming through, you literally change lives with a simple smile, a simple word of kindness. So please don't forget that you matter in this world. We're all struggling together and we're all in this together. So just remember that you're not alone. And Spirit is with you always. Please don't doubt that they are. Even if you do not feel it in that moment, there may be a reason. You also may be second guessing yourself, but they are there and they are there for you. And honestly, we are here too. So please, I want you all to feel comfortable. I want you to feel safe sharing. And most importantly, I hope that we all feel this energy exchange that we're having, and that when we leave here tonight, that we all can have good rest or have a great morning, depending on where you are on this big round planet. Sorry, flat earthers. I said round, but with that being said, I really want to express my gratitude because I really feel like you guys are the best community ever. I really do. And if it wasn't for you all interacting and doing this, I don't think we would have the experiences that we have. So much love. All right. Is there any other discussion that we would like to have before the night ends? Any paranormal experiences we would like to share? Any questions? Anything of that nature? And welcome back, Cash. Oh, hi, Maria. I'm so sorry for your loss, darling. Very sorry. Oh, yeah. I want to express my love for everybody. And hey, everybody, see this lovely gal right here? I'm going to pin her. See this right here? That girl, it's her birthday. Can we wish her a happy birthday tonight? Happy birthday. Let's see if we can get Spirit to say it for her.
I'm possessed.
No, you're not. All right, Spirit, can we say happy birthday? Can one of y'all say happy birthday to our special guest here with her lovely birthday?
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, darling. So happy birthday to Hickey Chick. Can we see that? Ooh. That was pretty close.
We do, people.
Your sister's was yesterday. That's awesome. All right. Happy birthday to you. The police? I hope not. I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Come on, sir.
All right. Can you tell her happy birthday for us? Just one little happy birthday, and I'll leave you alone about it.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
A little bit like.
Let him come. Okay. All right. Thank you all for telling her happy birthday. I appreciate it. Maybe it's a naughty officer. Oh, no.
Stopping it. Which helpline?
I'll cover.
All right. So if there's no further questions, no other discussion, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this session. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I know that there's several lives that you can choose to go into and spend your time. So thank you for bringing this one. We have none? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Appreciate that. So, Spirit, I, at this time, am going to go ahead and turn off communication. Just so you're aware, you're not allowed to attach to any of my equipment, to anyone in my home, including me or my children, and no one in my chat. All right, you must stay where you are, and we'll come back and speak with you on Friday night. Okay? Sounds good to me. Thanks for the salute. All right, so I'm going to end communication with them. Thank you, Becca, Tony, Krista, and chat. I appreciate you all for helping out, listening to the Spirit Box, giving the information that you gave. I do want this to be a safe space to do those type of things. And so I do appreciate that you do it with respect and integrity. So thank you so much. And ethics. Dylan, you are a tapaholic. I've been watching you just all night long. So thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Everybody else who tapped the screen, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate those. And then if there's nothing else, I do give you all love, light, and remember, you are loved and you're worthy of all that is good in this world. Okay? All right. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, Krista. What's your question, darling? Oh, my nose. Did we like the moonshine? Heck yeah, we like that banana pudding moonshine. That was the best moonshine I've ever had in my life. Seriously, it was really good. Oh my goodness, girly. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Galaxy. You're a sweetheart. Bonafide sweetheart. It's her birthday and she's giving me gifts. So thank you, sweetie. Appreciate you. Much love. All right. Yeah, it's banana pudding moonshine and Fire Empress, and I think it was War Criminal. He had the apple pie though. The apple pie one. But I love banana ice cream. And so Fire Empress was telling us about it. So my daughter and I went and got a bottle and shared it the other night. It was the most amazing. Bye, sweetheart. Have a good night. Do you think that Mama is happy with Dylan coming to live with me? Krista, I think so, because I think him coming home is what you've been waiting for. And I feel like she knows that that's going to make you happy. There's some circumstances there, though, as you know, that are difficult. And it's going to be a learning period again. But I think that she is happy. Oh, it's so good, Sunflower. So good. Night, Becca. Thanks, honey, for always being so wonderful. Appreciate you. Becca, real quick question before you go. Are you going live on Halloween night? Is that what I heard? Or am I wrong? All right. So I do want to, can you come up and tell everybody about that live then, please? Just real quickly, and then I'll let you leave. Because I think it's going to be an amazing live. I'm actually going to join you all that night. I'm going to watch you. Okay. Let me pull you up again if I can find you, wherever you may be. There you are. If it lets me, because sometimes it doesn't.
Take over.
Yeah. It's called Para-Unity. We support one another. Your success is my success, and so on and so forth. So go ahead and share that for everybody. Oh. Did we lose her?
There.
Oh, there you are. Now I can hear you. All right.
Oh, that's weird. Is it Spirit being stupid?
I'm wondering because you were all choppy and then we didn't hear you at all and then you came back full force.
Yeah, they're always in the room with me, so it doesn't shock me. But yeah, we're going live. I don't know what time. I'm sure we'll post that day. They like to go like beforehand and like feel it out before going live. So, but the more I hear, we'll post it on our socials. But yeah, it'll be Halloween night. They've gone to the cemetery and they caught some crazy stuff. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what we pick up.
Okay, so everybody, if you could give the Paranormal Watch a follow if you haven't already done so, that way that they can keep you up to date with what is happening and when that live is going to happen on Halloween.
Yeah.
But yeah, that will be a fun watch, and I can't wait to watch with everybody. So
Jay's Soul Sisters. They're sisters, and they're awesome. They're lovely, lovely ladies. I'm excited. I've only gotten to know them through the TikTok, but now I'm gonna actually get to meet them face to face. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get us all together, us Florida crew, like RSP and Tony from Fighting Spirits Paranormal, and get my old partner Juan back. He wants to go investigate again. I don't know if anybody in here knows him. He's fabulous. So we've been talking about hooking back up, and then Icy. So I think I'm going to try to get that together so that collab. I would love it if you could get over here to Florida, Missy.
I do have family in Florida. I also, I've been to Florida actually several times.
Oh, really?
So yeah, my best friend actually lives in Orlando.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I could certainly make a trip someday. I don't know. I have other ones that I have planned ahead, but yeah, I'd be happy to come on down and just hang out if nothing else.
Yeah, and the UK is calling you too.
I know. You keep telling me you need to go to the Wales. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, my dad's not far from there, and he's got castles. Okay, we can go in some castles. I'm saying, so we have to talk more about this.
Well, I know who to contact when I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you got me. I don't know if you have my phone number. I'll DM it to you.
No, I don't. But yeah, if you do that, I would appreciate that, my dear.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not going to keep you up any later because I know it's super early in the morning there for you. But thanks for coming up and sharing about that live, and also for helping tonight.
Absolutely, anytime. I love it. I love your energy. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. You're changing lives. You're helping people. So stay true to you. Don't change. I'll come after you if you do.
Okay.
Love everybody. You guys all have a good night.
All right. Much love. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming in tonight. Much love, and have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and go.